with them. So this is a bold promise, right?
This is a bold promise.
It's not just saying, fortunately, you can pretend to have those powers. It's saying, fortunately, you can actually have ice powers.
You can have them. They're out there, and you can have them.
It just takes a lot of practice, work, and education.
The most important part, education.
Jesus, you need
Always
a doctorate for this shit. So this is a real article that's on WikiHow. It has 99,000 views, and it has a 3-star rating, which means for some people this works.
Kinda works, yeah.
Yeah.
For a little over half.
The first step is learn about ice and snow.
The most important basic element of having ice powers.
I would say this is starting a little bit, like, I would like a lot of background information. This is starting a little bit too far back. Everyone already knows what ice and snow is.
We have an understanding of what this is.
Every person who has ice powers has to know about the ice and snow and wintertime.
When is winter anyway?
Learn about how snow is formed, what snow crystals look like, and weather I don't understand how any of this will help you. Like, if you have ice powers, it will work regardless of whether you even know what ice is. Like, you just go like that and someone turns into ice. Like,
and it's just cold.
You don't have to know what it is. You just go like that and they are ice.
Why do you need to know what the snow crystals look like? You're just gonna, like, understand?
So that when you make one, you're like, that is it.
That is what I was going for, actually. Okay.
Read stories about winter magic. When are we gonna get to making ice?
What? This is just a bunch of reading.
Yeah, it wants me to read The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. The Snow Queen in this story has ice powers, and you could learn a lot from her. Like how to do ice powers?
Or maybe just like her hair. Maybe it's all about like the way you dress.
I feel like I'm in piano classes and I want to learn for release and the teacher's just teaching me scales right now. And I'm like, when do I get to do the cool shit? But honestly, this seems like it has nothing to do with what I want to learn.
I think this is just someone that owns a lot of like ice-themed products. Like watch movies and TV shows where people have ice powers.
Wait, this article was written by Disney and Hans Christian Andersen. He's trying to get more people to buy his book.
People really want these ice powers that I made up.
Yeah. Watch movies and TV shows where people have ice powers. Dude, I promise that's not gonna help.
Everyone has done that already.
Ice powers are supernatural powers. Watching a TV show is not, like, watching the Avengers is not going to make you the Hulk.
What if, like, at, 1 hour and 36 minutes, all of a sudden you're like...
You, like, reach for the remote and it freezes.
What's going on?
Holy shit! You watch it 20 times and it finally happens. You're like, they were right. I read the book and I watched the movie and now I'm Elsa.
Here. It's like, pour out ice.
But then it becomes a curse and everything you start touching becomes ice. And
That's
you're
a
like,
nightmare.
What have I done? They need to make an article on how to stop.
How to get rid of your ice powers.
Yeah.
Getting the look. No.
Add a little bit of white in your hair.
Or if you're old, you can already do it.
Yeah.
You can already have these ice powers.
Yeah, you might have ice. Wait, does that mean that all old people have ice powers?
And we just don't know about it?
If you add a little bit of white to your hair, you'll have ice powers. But if your hair's totally gray, you're a snow wizard.
You are Elsa.
Although bleaching your whole head is a viable option, it's not necessary and could easily go wrong.
Absolutely.
Could easily go wrong.
Easily.
You might turn into an evil ice witch if you bleach your entire head.
Or maybe you turn into something completely different. Like fire. Like a fire witch.
Like as you start to bleach it, like you start freezing things and then it fully bleaches and you just like turn into a full snowman. You're a snowman.
This is not what I wanted.
Accessorize. I feel like these are all things you would do after you have ice powers.
Yeah.
These are not before things. Like the ice powers comes first and then you can start dressing like the ice queen that you are.
Yeah, like Spider-Man didn't have his suit before he even knew he was like can sling webs.
He gets bit by the spider and he's like, this is perfect. I already have the suit. I made this in preparation. You know, they always told me, be prepared.
Absolutely.
I read the article and it said, make a Spider-Man suit.
Accessorize. And now I'm ready.
Okay, so this is when it's going to tell us how to actually pretend to have ice powers.
I am excited. First thing you want to do, pretend to be practicing your powers. This person has their hands completely submerged in ice water. This does not seem like pleasant at all.
So just basically get pneumonia is the step. Just maybe hold your hand straight out at the faucet or cup of water or something when you know someone's about to walk in. Pretend to concentrate on what you're freezing. At first, pretend that you don't see the person there. Then say something like, it won't work, or why can't I freeze this? And then stare at the person in a shocked and slightly alarmed expression. Maybe tell them not to mention this to any living soul, and then quickly walk out of there and into your room before they can ask any questions.
What is going on? That was the most detailed step I think I've ever seen on WikiHow, and it was like so anecdotal. I feel like this person who wrote this is doing this and trying to seek approval.
I know, and it starts off so nonchalant, like they're trying to almost make it seem like they're not suggesting this, or like they don't have it planned out. But then like they start out just maybe hold your hand straight out at the faucet or cup of water or something. Like they're trying to act like they don't know how to do this, but then as it goes more in depth, it gets so specific. Like say things like it won't work, or why can't this freeze, and then stare at them shocked and then go off into your room.
Slightly alarmed expression.
Also, what a creepy thing to do. Imagine walking into a room where someone's got their whole. Imagine walking into someone and they're totally submerged in a
ice water,
like a bath of ice, and they go, "It's not working," and then they look at you. Then they
like, Mom?
Prance off into their room.
Are you okay, Mom? Mid-conversation. Snow.
The step is dip your hands into a cup of freezing cold water or under cold water. This way, when someone grabs your hands, they will feel cold. They may ask you why. Just say something like, no reason at all, and walk away.
They include like the stutters and like trying to understand what they're saying.
So what is this picture? That has nothing to do with that step.
Everyone's smiling. This woman just said, Snow.
So this whole thing isn't so much teaching you how to pretend to have ice powers. It's teaching you how to pretend like you have ice powers and you don't want anyone to know. You couldn't possibly pretend to have ice powers because that would require you to be able to freeze things. Yeah. But if you're pretending you have ice powers but you don't want anyone to know, then you don't actually have to ever display any ability.
Any
so
supernatural.
This is kind of genius in a way.
Yeah, it kind of is. I'm starting to believe it.
Number 7, glance at your hands when you watch a movie where someone has ice powers. Make sure people notice, but don't look at them too often during the movie. Otherwise, they will know you're trying too hard and ignore you the rest of the movie.
This guy in the picture is like, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have ice powers? Wait.
So this is like telling you to lure people to hang out with you while you watch Frozen or something. Yeah. And the entire, or when Elsa has ice powers for the first time, just... This is like the most manipulative article.
It is. I'm so confused. So we read the whole article. Do you feel like you have what it takes?
I definitely think that I could either A, make people very concerned about me, but not for any particular reason. Because I don't think they would connect everything.
No way.
I think they would probably just think, Danny's been acting really fucking weird lately.
It's kind of off the rails.
I think he might be sick. Or I will just get pneumonia.
Yeah.
Because dipping my hands in cold water all the time, standing outside in the snow like it's nothing, like, it might seem like nothing, but it is not nothing.
It is not. You're just pretending that it doesn't absolutely hurt. Like, completely.
Yeah. Step number 9, act like your frostbite doesn't bother you.
I'm fine, guys. I feel like if I were to try this, it would be like a lifelong time investment for no reason. Like, this is an everyday thing that you have to apply yourself and try to get people to believe that you have these powers that you don't have.
I guess the goal is to get people to confront you about it.
Like, all right, I'll ask, what the fuck are you doing with this whole like cold thing?
And then you get to be like, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but something happened last winter when I met an old witch.
Well, do you want to show me?
Whoa, I'm back to normal. I feel warm again.
They just went away suddenly.
It lifted the curse. You asking to see my ice powers lifted the curse.
Jeez.
That's a great way to get out of it. Yeah, I remember the witch saying, the curse will be lifted if anyone ever asks to see my ice powers. How to act like you're possessed.
Why? Whether you want to pretend to be possessed as part of a Halloween costume, of course.
That's reasonable.
That is reasonable. Or you simply want to pull a disturbing prank on your friends and family. Not
less
as reasonable. I'm just so intrigued. That wasn't a very good reason to want to act like this way.
It's like, okay, so this has 150,000 views. The other one had like 99,000 or something like that. Who is reading these articles?
Just get a hobby. Like, go bowling.
These are only for people who have gone through every other WikiHow article of like different ways to have fun, and they're like, been there, done that. I learned how to bowl. I learned how to arts and crafts. Now what do I do? I mean, the very first step is like, it's not fun. Become withdrawn, quiet, and defensive.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is like a complete dedication of your life. Like, you can't have a job with these things. Because if you're trying to be cold and you're like at work, like, you're gonna get fired. Like, this is a complete investment of your entire life.
One of the most telltale signs of a demonic possession is a sudden change in personality. A usually happy and social person might become quiet and withdrawn, followed by negativity and hostility. So basically, be a dick.
Yeah.
Just start being a dick to people.
Absolute dickhead.
And that'll work.
And now you're possessed.
Yeah. As far as anyone else knows. Develop sudden and violent verbal outbursts. Jesus.
Dude, what is this? Like, what are you doing?
There's something funny about this picture. Like, it seems like he's only half mad. Like, he's not quite into it all the way. Or just like something about the way he's pointing like this. He's just kind of like...
He's like trying to be discreet about it.
Hey, knock it off!
Oh my god, you're possessed!
But the other person's terrifying, almost to the point where it looks like they went back so hard that their spine snapped. Hey!
Next one is actually concerning.
Oh. Keep a blank, exhausted look on your face.
This is probably the one that's gonna be most convincing, I think. Leave incriminating books and images lying around.
Like what kind of books? Like What to Do If You're Possessed for Dummies?
For dummies.
Guys, I think Devin might be possessed.
Place books about the occult and drawings of strange symbols in places where people will see them. I'm just confused whether or not we're trying to convince people whether we're not possessed or we are.
Yeah, that's a good point, because, like, why would a demon, like, be reading books about, like, possessed? Like, he already knows what's up. He's the demon, so, like, if you're possessed, you wouldn't be reading those books. And it's also, like, how to convince people you're possessed and dumb. Like, you're leaving these books around places where, like, people can see them, so that they get concerned and have you exercised. Like, that's not a smart demon. Do unnerving things in public. Sit in a chair facing the wall and laugh hysterically to yourself. Be seen having furtive conversations with no one in dark corners. Rock back and forth catatonically while repeating a phrase under your breath. Hiss at people suddenly as you walk by them. And this is in public. This isn't just around your family anymore.
Oh my god.
This isn't just a fun prank on your family where at the end you tell them what's going on.
No.
These are people you'll never see again.
This is a lifestyle.
And have no reason to, like, be pranking. These are people who are gonna go home and think about this all night. Why did that person hiss at me?
On the train?
Excuse me, is this seat taken? Oh, Jesus! Honestly, I fear that the consequences of this aren't that people are gonna think you're possessed.
Yeah.
It's that your family's going to send you away.
Wake up screaming?
What?
Is this one of those, like, entrepreneurial, like, motivational things to do in the morning? I'm gonna defeat my morning. I'm gonna be on top of things.
I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. screaming.
Oh, jeez.
My wife hates it. Okay, let's check out the comments of these.
Yeah.
The comments are usually the best parts of these WikiHow articles in some cases, because usually I feel like WikiHow articles lay everything out for you.
Absolutely.
Like, this article was so comprehensive, you couldn't possibly fuck it up. So let's see what people had questions about. This is a kind of concerning question, and I feel like this person is currently in crisis. When do I stop acting like I'm possessed? Like, he's gotten himself in too deep.
This whole life is in ruins.
Okay, guys, I'm in a mental hospital, and my family stopped visiting me about 3 years ago. When do I stop acting like I'm possessed?
When is this whole charade, like, over?
As soon as someone no longer finds it amusing. I imagine this could get really annoying really fast.
Who would initially find this amusing? Like, I would be so concerned.
Do you think the person who wrote this question was like, oh, fuck, that's when I was supposed to stop? Okay, that was about...
immediately.
So this one might come in handy in a pinch.
Yeah.
I would say.
Of course. Every day, probably.
How to pretend to faint. Did you forget to study for a test? Are you scheduled to participate in an event, but you wish you could back out? Are you a compulsive liar who doesn't care about integrity or know how to back out of things reasonably? I'm worried about whoever's reading this article thinking that this is a catch-all solution, and they can use this whenever they don't want to do anything. And so once they read this article, they're like, I've got this down for life. Anytime I don't have to do anything, I can just pretend to faint.
Hey, Danny, can you take out the trash? Oh, God, Danny, you did it again. It's like the most basic tasks.
Can you pass the remote? It's closer to you than it is to... Oh, no, Ryan!
And then immediately when they grab the remote, they're fine. They just stand up.
I mean, we don't even have to read this article to know how to do this either, right?
No, we just did it. We just both did it.
Yeah, because how do you faint? Oh, you just pretend to stop doing everything else. Step 1 is learn how to mimic a real fainting spell. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. Step 1, learn how to pretend to faint.
Yeah. Is this the only step?
Oh, learn the causes of fainting. It doesn't matter the causes of fainting because you already know the cause of fainting if it's something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
The cause of fainting is... There's a test in front of me.
Yeah.
Decide on a harmless reason for your fake faint. Because you don't want people to get too concerned about you.
Right.
Because you didn't actually faint.
Right. So it's nothing, like, actually wrong with me. It's just a one-time case.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
What will happen if I'm out for 1 minute or more? Like, what are they asking? What are my friends gonna do? Dude, I don't know your friends. Like,
we don't know.
First, they're going to ask you if you're okay.
Yeah.
Then they're going to say, wow, Brian always fucking does this. He's an asshole and he just pretends to faint all the time.
Brian, we know you're awake right now.
Then they're going to wake you up and make you take the test. The answer is, it is not safe to faint for longer than about 20 seconds.
That doesn't get you out of any situation.
Yeah.
Other than an immediate, like,
yeah.
Can you pass the salt?
You walk into a test and you faint, and 20 seconds later you... So is the test over?
Do I still gotta take it, or what?
They're like, I haven't even handed out the tests yet.
We're all just like looking at you doing this thing. I don't know. I love this one. What will happen if I am out for, let's say, 1 hour?
Yeah, I feel like they're
planning a big plot.
Yeah, and trying to act really casual about it. They know that the idea of fainting for that long might be crazy, but they're trying to say, let's just throw out a random number, like an hour. About as long as a high school test session. While we were looking for articles, we found an article called How to Be a Spy Kid.
Yeah.
Which I think sounds really cool.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Love Spy Kids.
Have you seen the movie?
Oh, yeah. And I always wanted to be one, so this article, pretty cool.
Yeah, but while we were looking at the related ones, we found this one called How to Be a Girl Spy Kid. So I'm just kind of curious as to what the differences are.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it just like you think it's just like the things you do?
I don't know. I'm worried it's gonna be a little bit sexist.
I think
it's like, how to be a girl spy kid. Don't. Spying is for boys. Oh no, actually that's the first line of the description. Do you think that only boys can be spies? Just because they only sell the cool gadgets for boys, it does not mean you cannot be a great spy girl. Number 1, buy tiny notebooks.
Tiny. Has to be tiny.
Pick a color that you like. It should be about 2 to 4 inches. 2 inches?
What kind of...
Wait, is it saying thick or like
How would you even write in that?
Okay, first note,
Flip the page.
Fuck. 2 to 4 inches? It must be talking about the length because you wouldn't have a 4-inch thick notebook. That would be some serious notes. Do not write anything like My Spy Clues or My Spy Notebook on the cover.
You would blow your cover. Everyone would know that you're a girl spy.
So it wants you to write homework notes or something boring that doesn't attract people. Like notes on how garlic day came to be. What? What the fuck is garlic day?
I would just think they're weird as hell.
And if someone was learning about it, why would they devote an entire notebook, a 4-inch thick notebook, on how garlic day came to be? Blend in with your surroundings. Use camouflage. Why do these look like whole ass trees? It doesn't look like a branch. Like it looks like a whole ass tree. Like she's a giant that pulled trees from the earth and stuck them in her head. I blend in. She's like 100 feet tall, standing over
Tiffany, what are you doing? How are you so big now?
I'm a spy!
Well, I think I learned a lot today. What do you think? Brian! Not again! Alright, well, I think it's safe to say we're coming out of this video a lot smarter than when we started.
That's right.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out Ryan's channel. We did a video for his channel as well. I'll link to it in the description. It's pretty funny. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I cut off my dad's hands. Bye! What's up, Greg? I hope That's right, today we're talking about the wackiest marketplace on the net, Wish.com. I'm pretty sure a decent amount of other YouTubers have made videos about Wish.com, but you know what? I haven't given my take on it yet, and my take is that it's weird. It's weird, this website. I don't get it. And I keep getting ads for Wish.com on Facebook, and so does Laura. And most of the ads I get are either for like human body parts or chicken helmets. And I don't know what I searched on Google that made Wish.com think I want to buy chicken helmets or a tongue. What did I search? So we're going to be talking about some of the weirdest products that I can find on Wish.com. I also tweeted asking you guys to send me some, so we'll talk about some of those as well. If you've never heard of Wish.com before, you can sort of think of it like Amazon.com, but if Amazon was run by the horniest person in the world, who also just happened to stumble upon an abandoned warehouse full of a bunch of random shit that no one would ever want. That, quite frankly, is the only explanation I can come up with for the absurd variety of products on Wish.com. In fact, I think this screenshot that I took of my homepage on Wish.com shows it off pretty well. What other online store would advertise giant water balloons for kids right next to something called men's tea? Ah, men's tea. Nourishing. Lasting. Lights your underwear on fire. Men's tea. This is what I wanted. Okay, to prove just how weird the products they have on Wish.com are, I decided to make a commercial for some of the products that you guys sent me on Twitter. So here's a commercial for Wish.com. Wish.com is the #1 online store on the internet for stuff that you didn't want or even know existed, but are still gonna buy, I hope. Bird holder. That's right. You want a pet bird, but you don't have room in your house for a cage? Use the bird holder. Bird's not going anywhere with this thing. So it's compact. You could have so many more birds if you just have these tiny little cages. This is for people who want a compact bird case and magicians, maybe? Because they're always doing shit with doves, like, coming out of places. Maybe this is how they do it. I don't know. I just sell the products. I have no idea what they're for. Is your cat always looking at you, making you feel self-conscious? Well, you're in luck. We got cat blindfolds. Cover their whole face. Now they can't look at shit. They might not even be able to breathe. Who knows? Could I interest you in an alley of stray cats? I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. $1 for 30 feral cats. Corn boat, $100. Do you suddenly have more cats than you did before due to a recent acquisition of an alley full of stray cats, but you're still self-conscious about your cats looking at you? Don't worry, we got a bunch more cat masks in different shapes and sizes. We sell so many cat blindfolds, it's crazy. Now I know some of you can relate to this one. Is your hamster all sad because they're tired of the hamster wheel and they want to go for a real walk? Well, guess what? Now you can take your hamster for the walk of his dreams with the new hamster harness. It's a harness for your hamster to take him on a walk. Just look how happy this hamster is. Okay, that's not a hamster. What happened to the hamster? We had a hamster. What did that chipmunk do to the hamster? I have no tit. Capiche? And of course, no online marketplace would be complete without a set of human teeth. I don't know why you would need these. I don't know why you would ever need to buy these, but I got to imagine that they're worth more than the $5 we're selling them for. These could go for a lot more on the black market, so really when you think about it, it's more than just teeth, it's an investment. Maybe they'd be good for dentists, I don't know. I got to imagine there's a better, more reputable place for dentists to buy teeth to practice on than Wish.com, but maybe there's a kink in the supply chain and you gotta get them from Wish. So get your teeth, well they're not your teeth, they're someone else's teeth, that they can be your teeth for $5. Wish.com, we don't know either. From what I can understand, there's a lot of weird people that use Wish.com, but there's a decent amount of normal people that use it too. The selling point for the weird people is obviously that most stores don't carry the weird shit that the weird people want. But I think a big selling point for normal people is that Wish.com has insanely low prices. For example, this Dell laptop, which is apparently being sold on Wish.com for $1. $1. For a laptop. I don't know how exactly they get the prices so low, but that's like their big thing, is that they have the lowest prices, and the only catch is that you have to wait for like weeks or sometimes even months for them to ship your product. So that, I guess that has something to do with it. I don't really understand how that correlates with having low prices, but then again, I'm no economics major. Another catch, if I'm to believe most of the YouTube reviews of Wish products that I've seen, is that you also rarely get the exact thing that you ordered. Like, you'd order this $1 Dell laptop from Wish.com, and it would come, but it would be made out of cardboard or just like a picture of a Dell laptop. There's a few different categories on Wish.com that really seem to attract the weirdness. So those are the ones I want to tackle on this video. The first one is self-improvement products. Now, mind you, when I say self-improvement, I don't mean like spiritually or like mentally improving yourself. It's not like self-help books. I'm talking like 8-pack cream. 8-pack removes fat, renews skin, firms. You can see an 8-pack in 3 days. Oh my God. What is this cream doing to your body that no matter what you look like before, in 3 days, you'll see an 8-pack? Powerful abdominal muscle stronger cream, anti-cellulite fat burning, slimming gel effective belly tighten weight loss product. So you're telling me that this cream makes muscles stronger and burns fat at the same time, and at such a rapid rate that you'll have a 6-pack in 3 days? I've been trying to get a 6-pack for my whole goddamn life. I didn't know this cream existed. I mean, this is unbelievable. Look at this. After cleaning the abdomen, take the appropriate gel evenly on the abdomen and waist. So he just rubs it, he massages the abdomen. Step 3, this process. Skin feeling a slight fever. Okay, that's probably not good. This product gives your skin a fever? I hope this is worth it. 4, recommend with regular habits and a healthy diet in order to achieve better use of results. Wish you early farewell, bellies. Perfect abdominal muscle you can own. Okay, that picture just confused me more. Let's check out the product description for this 8-pack gel to figure out exactly how this works. Like, what is really going on here? Help to firm, condition, and lubricate belly skin. Did the people who make this product know that having an 8-pack doesn't have anything to do with your skin? It's like your muscle, and then you have to have low fat so you can see the muscle. It helps to firm, condition, and lubricate belly skin. So if you've got like a bit of a gut when you start, and you take this cream, you'll still have a gut after 3 days, but it'll be really firm. The skin will be hard. You'll knock on your gut and it'll be like, and it'll also be lubricated. It'll lubricate your belly skins. You'll have a gut, but it'll be hard and slippery, just how the ladies like it. The texture is light and easy to absorb, giving a healthy face and firm body lines. Healthy face? Are people rubbing this shit on their face? Imagine, like, no matter where you rub this on your body, it gives you a six-pack there. So, like, you rub it on your cheeks and all of a sudden your face is just absolutely jacked. And since you got it on your hands, now you've got 8 packs on your hands. Okay, next up we've got some beard oil. So this is supposedly for people who can't grow a beard. It'll help you get a little bit more facial hair. Beard, chest hair growth, essential oils, more dense, thicker hair growth. So they've got this picture of a guy with a big beard that was supposedly grown with this beard oil. They've got, look, this guy can't grow a beard and now he can because of this beard oil. And I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, I don't think a product really exists that can like help you that much with growing facial hair. But then I saw this picture where this guy must have accidentally got it all over his torso and now he's a werewolf. And look at how he looks at his stomach too, like he knows he fucked up. He's like, I shouldn't have put this much on here. What am I gonna do with all this hair? And if that's not bad enough, look at the picture next to it. It's a baby with a beard. And it says, keep out of the reach of children. Like this is a real warning that your baby's gonna grow a beard if you let them near this beard oil. I gotta be honest, this must be some good shit. Low-key, I kinda wanna try it. It is a weird marketing tactic though, to show this guy like obviously disappointed in all the hair he grew because they used it on the wrong areas. And then saying, keep out of reach of children and showing what happens if you use it on a child. I don't think I've ever seen a product show the negative side effects of that product to advertise itself. Like putting too much on your torso or giving it to a baby. Why would that make you wanna buy it? It's like, hey, this could be really dangerous. Buy now. That would be like a Windex commercial showing a guy getting his stomach pumped because he drank it. Windex is super effective at cleaning. Whoa! In fact, we think it might even be too effective. Just look at how well it cleaned out this guy's inside. Ew. This guy can't even find his house because he sprayed the whole thing down with Windex and now it's crystal clear. What a disaster! Okay, next category, gizmos and gadgets. So there's a bunch of electronics that you can buy on wish.com, and some are pretty innocuous. They're just like knockoff cell phones and stuff like that. But then there's also a worrisome side to this category, a creepy side. Like this 1080p HD mini Wi-Fi spy camera. The main picture on this product page features all the different modes and features of the product, a little picture of the camera so you can see how small it is, day and night mode, and a naked woman laying on a bed? Uh-oh. There's just a picture of a naked woman laying on a bed in this picture. I'm definitely gonna have to blur this. And I gotta wonder what this unsuspecting woman has to do with a spy camera. That can't be good. Okay, let's take a look at this picture. This is all about the suggested uses of the camera. So maybe we can get a good idea of exactly who this is for. Small children? Don't worry about the babysitter. Okay, that makes sense. You've got a nanny and you want to check up on your kid throughout the day, so you have a little spy camera. I personally would probably put like a more noticeable camera. That way the nanny knows they're being watched and then they're more likely to behave in the first place. But hey, if you want to get a tiny little camera the size of a pea and spy on your nanny, I guess that's okay, is it? Actually, I don't think it is. I'm gonna take that back. I just tell your nanny that there is a camera there, I feel like. Go out to work? Worry about property security. Okay, that's kind of weird because this one says don't worry about the babysitter and this one's saying worry about property security. Almost as if to say like, if you get this camera, you won't even have to worry about the nanny, bro, but you're still gonna have to worry about your house. This won't do shit for your house. Can't see at night? Fear of not being used? Is that what that says? I can't tell because this is kind of blurry. Fear of not being used. And also, what is this picture? Who fears not being used? The camera? Hey, just quick warning, when you get this camera, make sure that you use it, because if you don't, it's gonna get really scared and insecure that you don't like it, and then it's gonna stop working, and then it's gonna blow up and turn into a magical fire cross. So if you can't see at night, use this camera, because it has a big fear of not being used. For a long time? Inconvenient to carry heavy weight. Now, this one doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the camera, because it's a picture of a woman holding a baby. It kind of seems like it's saying, babies are inconvenient to hold for a long time, so try holding this tiny little camera instead. I mean, maybe it's saying to capture moments like this, like you don't want to carry around a big, normal-sized camera, so instead you're gonna want to carry around a tiny little camera, but, I mean, come on, no one's buying this camera to, like, film their daughter's piano recital. Can you imagine someone in the crowd with like a little camera the size of a grain of sand? Like, you're doing great, sweetheart. I'm so glad I'm holding this camera. At least I think I am. I actually have no idea. I can't even see it. It's microscopic, but you're doing great. I'm so glad we're gonna have this memory forever. Envy others on the internet. And it's a picture of a cat. That's the last use. I seriously, someone please tell me what this means, because I have no idea. Do you envy others on the internet? Well, look, here's a cat. Is the cat wearing the camera? Do you envy others on the internet? Maybe you saw someone flexing their brand new mansion on Instagram. Well, introducing this tiny little camera. You can put it on a cat, and then you can see the world from a cat's point of view. And I don't know how that's gonna help with you being jealous about the mansion, but it should be pretty fun, right? To see what a cat sees. So that's all the uses for this camera. So which of those has anything to do with a naked woman lying on a bed? Still pretty confused about that one. They advertise a lot of other, like, kinda sketchy things, like this mini voice recorder for $19 that should be $100. A Mavic Pro, which is a drone that's made by DJI that I'm pretty sure is supposed to cost like $1,000. In fact, let's just Google it. DJI Mavic Pro. Okay, yeah, so this drone should cost $1,000, but on Wish.com, it's only $36, which is weird because I actually saved this link yesterday and it was $38 yesterday. So I don't know how they got the price down $2 more. 38 was pretty extreme already. I'm just so curious as to how they could possibly get the price that cheap. There's no way they're really sending you this drone, right? It must be like a knockoff. They advertised the like 2 weeks to ship thing as if that explains why the price would be so low, but I can't figure out why that would be. Like, I'm starting to think that the reason it takes 2 weeks to ship is because it's just one guy with a laptop running the entirety of Wish.com. And so when you order this $36 drone, he's like, oh shit, we got a new order. Oh, but I don't have any drones. That's right, because I'm just one guy with a laptop. So then he spends the next 2 weeks planning and executing a heist where he steals a drone from someone and then he mails you that drone. And the reason it costs $36 is because he bought some snacks on the way to the heist and they cost $36. Mini GPS Cheating Defender. So this is a very interesting product. It's apparently a GPS device specifically marketed towards people who think their significant other is cheating on them. And so they're gonna stick it on them to see where they go. I don't know where you stick it on someone where they won't notice. Like, are you gonna make them eat it? Because they'll notice if it's in their pocket or something. And then I guess you get the app on your phone and you can follow them around like a little sleuth. And then you go right to their mistress's house and you kick down the door and you're like, I followed you! I followed you! Why are you cheating on me? Is it because I'm weird? Oh, it's because I have really weird stalker tendencies and I buy weird like spy gadgets off Wish.com to track you down with? That makes sense. Actually, you know what? Carry on. I'm just gonna chill and watch. Or no, you want me to leave? Okay, I'll leave. I'll do that. I will leave. Right after I drop this tiny little camera. So I've looked into this product quite a bit and I've come to the conclusion that it's total bullshit, the entire product. Not only the way it's advertised, but like the fact that it doesn't even work how it's supposed to. So I felt like the only way I could do it justice is by making a little commercial for it. So that's what I did. The Mini GPS Cheating Defender. Defend against cheating by tracking your significant other's every move. Use it with your girlfriend to make sure she's not cheating on you. Use it with your child to make sure he's not lost or cheating on you. You never know when your kid's gonna find a new set of parents and cheat on you with them. Oh, this picture's got a bunch of different uses. Like you can put it in your purse in case it gets stolen, or your car in case it gets stolen, or an old man in case he gets stolen. I think that use might be my favorite. Putting it on an old man. You don't even have to know the guy. Haven't you ever wanted to know what an old man does? You can just walk down the street, stick this little GPS on any old guy. He won't know what it is, and he'll just go about the rest of his day, and you can just watch and just figure out what the old man does. I've always wondered, what do old people do? Do they do anything? I don't know. Has it ever been looked into? I'm not sure, but we can find out. You can put it on anything. You can put it on keys, purse, dog. See that dog there? That dog that looks like a pile of books? You can put it on that. You can put it on that little cutie. Good boy. Did you lose your car in a parking lot?
Yes.
No, you didn't, because you've got the GPS tracker. Ding, ding, ding. I am here. I am right here. One touch to find. The smart tracker can find your keys, remote control, pets, phones, and even your kids quickly and conveniently. The effective distance of the iTag is 75 feet in an open range without barrier. Wait. Huh? You can only use it if you're less than 75 feet away. So it's great for tracking down that cheating wife of yours, as long as she's doing it in the next room over. Wait, yeah, look, it only connects to your phone via Bluetooth. Low energy consumption, anti-lost alarm. So this, if I'm understanding this correctly, this is just like a little thing that when you press a button on your app, it sounds a little alarm, and it only works from like 75 feet away. I'm pretty sure these things are usually advertised for like if you lose your keys. It's not meant to find things that are actually far away. It doesn't have a GPS in it at all. These are like those square things, or tile things, is that what they're called? How would this help you find a child that got kidnapped? I just imagine someone standing around with their kid and some guy comes up and grabs him and runs out, gets in his car and drives off, and you're like, oh, I was prepared for this. Good thing I'll be able to follow him and know exactly where he goes. Okay, I didn't hear the beep, so I've narrowed down my child's location to anywhere more than 75 feet away. So he's gone forever. Yeah, so anyway, this product is just a lie. The whole thing's a lie, and thus concludes this. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that commercial. But now it's time for a real commercial, because it's time to talk about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Guys, let me paint you a picture. Young guy, age 25, doesn't know how to cook much, doesn't like going to the grocery store, but also doesn't like eating out all the time because it's expensive and usually unhealthy. And so he ends up cooking the same 3 meals every day, and he's very bored. Now let me paint you a better picture. He's the same boy, and he still doesn't know how to cook, and he doesn't like going to the grocery store. But now, he's got HelloFresh. HelloFresh sends him 3 meals a week with all of the ingredients he needs and all the instructions on how to prepare the meals. He's eaten like he never ate before. Onion! And that's because HelloFresh's meals are delicious. There's a lot of variety. So all you have to do is sit down and cook, and it usually only takes like 20 to 30 minutes, and then you just get to enjoy your meals. It's the least amount of hassle you can have possible for home-cooked meals. They've got meal plans for everyone. They've got low-calorie versions, vegetarian versions, family versions. So no matter what lifestyle you live, HelloFresh should have something for you. Also, a big plus is that HelloFresh is a super sustainable option. The package that they ship your meals in every week is almost completely recyclable or recycled, which is a lot better than going to the grocery store and getting plastic bags, which yes, you can recycle, but you like have to bring them back to the grocery store, which sucks because it's like, I didn't even want to go to the grocery store in the first place, and now I gotta go back. They're so sustainable, in fact, that HelloFresh's carbon footprint is actually 25% lower than a grocery store meal. So if that sounds good to you, use my code 60TrulyGreg to get $60 off your first 3 weeks, including free shipping on your first box with purchase. Go to HelloFresh.com to redeem and for more details. Again, that's code 60TrulyGreg at HelloFresh.com. The link will be in the description. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video and for all the tasty food, and thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed my review of Wish.com. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my subscriber. So if you want a cool name like Greg, all you gotta do is subscribe and click that bell, baby. All right, thank you to Marley Jones for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I forget to turn on the lights in this room. So I do the whole video in the dark and you can't see anything, but you still laugh because it's still gonna be funny. It's just you can't see me. Bye. Today on the second channel, we are going to be covering a scandal. That's right, the Kyle Sheely scandal.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby here. We did it. In 1 week, we took this from a crazy idea to a real thing, butt wipes and playing cards.
I messed up and I'm sorry.
If you haven't seen, this was sort of a big thing on TikTok that for some reason nobody on YouTube is talking about except for me. I'm the only one who's got the balls to cover this story. And I'm gonna do it on the second channel, not because I'm scared or because I don't have the balls to put it on the main channel. It's just I don't really think it's a long enough story to go on the main channel. I didn't feel like writing a whole video about this, so I'm doing this off the cuff commentary video. Let's go. If you don't know who Kyle Sheely is, that is perfectly acceptable because I didn't know who he was either until this whole thing went down. Oh, by the way, I have a different brand of sparkling water today, and that's because I feel like LaCroix was getting too much free promotion, so I'm switching it up today, and I'm gonna have a Topo Chico, and it's just plain sparkling water. LaCroix, if you want me to keep drinking LaCroix, you're gonna have to sponsor me, otherwise I'm gonna switch it up every now and again, and that is gonna be how it is. So this is Kyle Sheely. He's got 3 million followers. I think most of those came recently because of this scandal, but I'm not exactly sure. His bio doesn't have too much information about him except this link, kylesheely.com. Let's Let's see what he's got here. Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm an artist, author, inventor, speaker, welder, animator, storyteller, and professional internet goofball? Sounds like Kyle does everything except tell the truth. Yeah, that's right, I'm already mad about this. I'm just so pissed off already. You guys don't even know what I'm mad about yet, if you don't know what this story is. Looks like Kyle does everything except tell the goddamn truth. Also, professional internet goofball? That kind of sounds like how I would describe myself on the second channel, but in more of an ironic way, I feel like. Doesn't seem like he's using it ironically here. Let me click on professional internet goofball. What does that mean? Oh, it just goes to his TikTok page. You know what would be really goofy is if it just cut to a video of him like, we're getting a little too off the rails here on this unscripted commentary video. Let's watch the TikTok that started it all and got him into the hot water that he is in today.
Guys, I may have gone too far this time.
That's right, Kyle, you did. You did go too far this time. But not for the reason that you think. Maybe it is for the reason that he thinks. Maybe he is admitting guilt right away, right here. I don't think so.
So the other day I was in a convenience store and they had a cardboard cutout of Post Malone, and I asked the guy working, hey, can I have that when you guys are done with it? And he was like, man, I don't even know where that stuff comes from. It just shows up, vendors bring it, and then it just disappears one day. And I was like, wait, you don't even know when it's coming or going? And he was like, no, man, corporate handles all of that. So as soon as he said that, I immediately knew, okay, I'm gonna make a cardboard cutout of myself and I'm gonna put it inside a gas station.
Okay, so long story short, basically what this guy is saying is he thought it would be funny to make a cardboard cutout of himself and put it in a gas station, advertising some like fake meal. He's gonna put it in a Come and Go, which is the funniest name for a gas station. You don't need to get gas here, just come and then leave, all right? He just thought it would be like a funny prank to do. That's what he's saying in this video. He's gonna sort of prank Come and Go. Personally, I think the funniest prank to do at a Come and Go would be to come and then stay. That would really stick it to him, I think. But so I'll skip ahead here because he's just saying stuff. And he's photoshopping this picture of himself. He's making a cardboard cutout like an advertisement for this fake meal, a Kyle Sheely meal, because his name is Kyle Sheely. He goes to a printing place and he prints out this big ass poster. The whole time he's all excited and he's coy because he's like, I'm doing something really mischievous.
Side note, this is what you're signing up for when you become my friend. I am going to rope you in on my dumb project.
Okay, I don't know if I should give away what the big twist is. I feel like it's already going to be obvious. If there's scandal involved, you guys probably already know what the scandal is. And a lot of you have probably already seen this. Anyway, so I'm just going to say it, okay? This whole thing was an operation executed and planned by Kyle Sheely in conjunction with Come and Go. So Kyle and Come and Go, all three of them, planned this like marketing thing from their very beginning. So they're paying Kyle to do this. This was not disclosed to be an advertisement. On this TikTok, there's no hashtag ad. He doesn't even tag Come and Go. He doesn't tag Come or Go. So the big scandal is that people found out and then everybody got pissed off at him. What started as a fun little prank, or I don't even know what I would call this, a prank, a social experiment to see if he could just like put this cardboard cutout in a Come and Go, ended in Kyle Sheely being sort of lambasted online, and everybody kind of hates him now. And not everybody. Some people probably don't give a shit, but I hate him. I really trusted you, Kyle, and now I pretty much hate your guts. Not actually, but I do think it was kind of a shitty thing for him and Come and Go to do.
Okay, I'm in the car. I've scoped out a location. There's a brand new gas station right next to my house. It's Come and Go, and I'm gonna wear a hat and a mask, so at least it's not like immediately obvious that I'm the same person in the picture. Guys, I am like so nervous right now. I feel like I'm about to do a heist.
I'm so nervous right now. What if I get caught? What if I walk in there and the Come and Go employee is like, hey, you're the guy on the poster. That's right. Corporate Come and Go told me that you would be coming in because you planned the whole thing with them. Go ahead. It's nice to meet you.
But I'm not taking something. I'm leaving something. So it's like a reverse heist. Oh my gosh, it's packed. Okay, it is like absolutely packed. Like every parking spot is taken.
I haven't actually watched this TikTok, the original, back since I found out that this whole thing was fake, and it's just like I feel like I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment or something from this because he's just just the way he's trying to act like he's doing something sneaky when he's not, and this is like a corporate marketing campaign. Honestly, it's even making me cringe a little bit. Sorry, I got the cringy burps.
But here's me carrying in the cutout. Okay, that was surprisingly easy. I walked in, that guy held the door for me, and then I just opened the whole thing. Literally, nobody said anything. And then at the end, I like looked at the cashier. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna put this here. And she goes, okay, thanks.
He walks into the store, it's there, he put it up. And this is where things really started to get funky for Kyle. You know, I guess even though this was like a planned thing. There was really no guarantee that it would go viral like it did. It did get 4.9 million likes and 29 million views, which is still, I mean, it's like pretty impressive for a marketing campaign. But also like, well, it is kind of weird. Could they make it go viral somehow? I don't know. It is kind of weird that they were banking on this going viral. Basically what happens next is, do I want to spoil it? Okay, hold on. Okay, well, let's just watch the next TikTok, and then you'll see what happens, okay?
At least not gonna press charges. And they didn't take down the cutout.
What did he say there? They're not gonna press charges?
And they commented back. They were like, we won't tell if you won't, which is like, that's fun, right? Like, seems like they're cool with it. They're at least not gonna press charges.
They're not gonna press charges? Yeah, dude, of course not. You put a cardboard sign in their store. You think they're gonna persecute you to the full extent of the law? Yeah, dude, I was really worried because Come and Go, they are fierce arbiters of the law. They will lock you up for the slightest step out of line. If you come and you don't go right away, you're looking at 12 years max in state penitentiary. Say goodbye to your kids because you're not seeing them until they're in college. People are eating this shit up. They're loving it. They're like, oh, this is so funny. I gotta go find this Come and Go. I gotta take a picture with the Kyle Sheely meal. It's blowing up. It's going viral. Eventually, Come and Go responds, and according to Kyle, he gets on a call with them and they make something pretty exciting happen.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby here.
So I don't know if I've ever heard that expression before. I'm gonna skip the labor and get right to the baby. I'm gonna give myself a C-section right now and just rip the information out of me and give it to you real quick. I'm not gonna start this video with like 9 hours of me screaming and pushing. I'm just gonna tell you what's going on, okay?
I put up a cardboard cutout of myself inside this Come and Go just to see how long it would take.
We know what happened already. This is not skipping the labor.
Realize it wasn't supposed to be there. In that video, I said, Come and Go. Listen, I'm pretty flexible on what this meal could be if you want to do it. We could do pizza. We could do a sandwich. What do you think? And they responded, how about a pizza sandwich? And I was like, that's so crazy. It just might work.
Okay, so now he's like coordinating with Come and Go because Come and Go sound like they actually want to make this meal happen. And they're saying, let's make it a pizza sandwich. Also, this is the first TikTok of the series that has a hashtag ad on it. So now he's saying, look guys, I actually am working with Come and Go now. So that's what, it muddies the waters a little bit as to what is an acceptable disclosure of advertisement. Because he wasn't from the beginning, but eventually he did disclose it was an ad. Of course there's some sponsoring going on now because they're actually making the meal. So yeah, no shit. We would have liked to see that before when you were giggling about putting a sign in their shop and worried that you were gonna get locked in jail.
Uno commented, Dude Wipes commented. The one thing all those brands have in common is that they don't really help me get any closer to having an actual like edible meal. Like I can't make an influencer meal out of butt wipes and playing cards. So now that I think about it, if there's one person who would try something like that.
There's one person who would try something like that. It's an internet goofball like me. Yeah, I'm probably goofy enough to make that work.
It was like, is it really a meal without wings? And I was like, okay, Red Bull, a meal does need a drink. Let's talk. But before I could say anything, Come and Go jumped in and responded, that feels like a Kyle Sheely question. And that was the moment I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. The mealie will consist of a 12-ounce Red Bull and a pizza sandwich, which is just 2 pieces of pizza smashed face to face. All of that for $5. But here's the cool part. Between now and Thanksgiving, Come and Go is donating $2 from every Kyle Sheely meal he sold up to a total of $10,000 to No Kid Hungry, which is an amazing charity that is helping to end childhood hunger in America.
Here's where I personally started to think that something was fishy. Okay, so it's 11:19 in this TikTok. And the first one was 11:15, okay? So 4 days have gone by. And in this TikTok, he's saying, okay, we've got it all figured out. From now until Thanksgiving, you can go and get this meal. So somehow, in the span of 4 days, really in the span of like 2 days, because that's when he and Come and Go started like talking, according to him, they developed an influencer meal for Kyle Sheely and trained all of Come and Go's staff and like made sure they had enough shit to go around, enough butt wipes and playing cards. They negotiated a deal with Red Bull. They're donating money to No Kid Hungry, which is, I mean, great. You know, that's great. But I started thinking it was fishy when I saw this TikTok because I was like, wait, how the fuck did you do this in 2 days? That seems a little suspicious to me. So this is when I started putting on my detective hat. And by that, I mean, this is when I told Laura, I was like, I saw a TikTok today and I think that there's something fishy going on. And that's pretty much the extent of my internet sleuthing and that's pretty much the extent of what I did. until now.
If you ask me, that is pretty cool. The Kyle Sheely Mealy is going to be providing real meals to hungry kids all over this country. Come and Go did tell me that it normally takes them more than like 24 hours to roll out something like this company-wide, but they are working really hard. Their team's working around the clock to...
Yeah, see, this is so weird. Usually it would take them way longer to do this. Like if they were doing like a BTS meal or something like that, it would take them so much longer. But for me, Kyle Sheely, they're working around the clock to get this thing figured out. They are putting their noses to the grindstone for a high-profile celebrity like Kyle Sheely to get my pizza sandwich out there. Let me look at the comments and see what people are thinking at this point. Bro accidentally got sponsored. Teamwork makes the dream work, y'all. We love to see it. Okay, so it doesn't seem like anyone is that suspicious. Although this person is like, as someone that works in corporate, this is the fastest I've seen any corporate level decision made. This person said, but it was all staged. He commented this after it was revealed that it was all staged, but someone under it said, what was staged? And then someone said, this was all staged. It doesn't seem like any comments from before are at all suspicious, which is gonna make this a real hard pill to swallow when everything comes out. Let's see what the next TikTok is.
This thing rolled out. You guys are nuts.
I don't like the way he starts any of these TikToks.
You guys are all fucking crazy. I'm gonna have a baby on camera and tell you guys what's going down.
They all seem like kind of like stereotypical YouTuber intros. You guys aren't gonna believe what I just did at a Come and Go.
I'm happy to announce that there is now a Sheely Mealy merch drop. Let's check it out. Since the cutout sort of looks like a bad album cover, I thought it'd be funny to do a tour shirt. So this one says the Kyle Sheely Mealy, and then it has that endorsement from Gas Station Food Week.
Okay, so they're selling merch. Everybody's still loving the meal. Homeboy forgot about the main mission and started completing side quests. All these comments are from people like afterwards being like, wow, I can't believe you lied to us, Kyle. Don't believe him. This was all staged by big corporations. Read the news. Yeah, everyone is so sad that this was staged. I was so on board with this when I thought it was genuine. Unfortunately, it was all planned, and that is a huge bummer. Basically, then what happened after that, some article came out saying the whole thing was fake. So this is his apology, and he starts it off by saying, I'll cut to the chase. I messed up, and I'm sorry.
I messed up, and I'm sorry.
And he seems really sorry. You can tell by the way he says, I messed up, and I'm sorry. Okay? Kind of has the same vibe as that TikTok of the girl being like, my life fucking sucks.
Adweek posted an article about the Kyle Sheely Mealy in which they said that Come and Go was in on it from the beginning, and some people are understandably mad about that. The thing is, the way some people are reading that article is that Come and Go planned an elaborate corporate marketing stunt, and they just hired me to...
Okay, I'm curious to see the article. I want to know what this article is, dude. Kyle Sheely Mealy. Kyle Sheely Meal, and he said it was an Adweek article, so it's probably this one. Have you heard of Come and Go's Kyle Sheely Meal? A look inside the stunt that swept TikTok. Okay. Doesn't say anything in the title about it being planned. The brand gives Adweek the scoop on the campaign that fooled America for a good cause. Oh my god, there's so many ads on this website. I guess that's why it's called Adweek. What many didn't know, however, is that the entire concept was actually a campaign orchestrated by Come and Go and Sheely to promote the brand's own version of a purpose-driven celebrity meal. So I wonder where they got this information from. So they posted this article on the date November 19th, which is, let's see, the same day that he posted the Labor Baby TikTok saying, we did it.
We did it. A few days ago, I put up a cardboard cutout of myself.
Okay, so the same day that he announced that the Kyle Sheely meal was really happening is the same day this article came out. Okay, this article has a section called Finding the Right Guy, I guess, where they talk about how they found Kyle. It started with a desire to get in on the celebrity meal trend. We're a gas station from Des Moines, Come and Go's director of brand marketing said. So we didn't have BTS, Nelly, or J Balvin money. We don't have enough money to hire one of the most famous pop groups in the world. So what we did instead, we came up with this clever solution to that. And this clever solution was sort of just to lie. So that was sort of our solution to that. We basically just lied. We thought that'd work out pretty well. So it says that Come and Go gravitated towards Kyle Sheely not for his nearly 3 million followers, but for his compatible sense of humor. His brand of humor is just super engaging. He's not bound by constraints, and we sort of feel the same way at Come and Go. I guess that's why they picked him. He's got sort of a Come and Go style sense of humor. He's really got a gas station-esque brand of comedy, and that's what drew them to Kyle in the first place, making TikTok work. So maybe they have some insight as to how they got this to go viral. There weren't PowerPoint decks that had every line pre-written, he explained. We were just gonna test the waters and see. We didn't know if it would get 1,000 views or 10,000 views. Okay, so they're saying they literally did not know if it was gonna go viral. When the first video blew up, we were like, this is super exciting stuff. And then we just kind of went from there. Yeah, it makes sense that they would react that way. Wow, this is exciting. And then let's go from here. So they came and then they go from there. All right, well, there you go. That's interesting. So that's how it all came out, apparently. So Adweek posted that article. That's how it all came out. And then Kyle Sheely posted his apology.
I messed up and I'm sorry. Recently, Adweek posted an article about the Kyle Sheely melee in which they said that Come and Go was in on it from the beginning. And some people are understandably mad about that. Earlier this year, through a random Twitter message, I ended up on a call with Come and Go.
So he said through a random DM, I got on a marketing call with Come and Go. Did he send that DM or did Come and Go just randomly DM him? And we're like, hey, we don't know who you are. You want to make a ad for us? I'm assuming that Kyle sent them a DM and was like, hey, you're my favorite gas station. Let me do a marketing campaign with you or something like that. It seems like something an internet goofball like him would do. So I guess that's how they came to be.
If I had my own influencer meal. I thought that was funny because 1, I'm not famous, and 2, the idea of a gas station having an influencer meal at all is funny to me. But what didn't happen is what some people seem to infer from the Adweek article, which was that a corporate marketing team jumped in to plan and execute the whole thing. That just didn't happen at all. Instead, they just said, go make something fun. So I did. That whole
So it seems like the only thing that Kyle is trying to get across in this apology is that, like, Come and Go didn't plan it, okay? I did, all right? I came up with it. Don't give those fucks at Come and Go any credit, okay? Yes, we lied to you. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that it was my idea, okay? I planned it all.
Those shirts weren't designed by Come and Go's marketing department. They were drawn by a friend of mine who's a middle school art teacher.
Okay, dude, we get it. Come and Go didn't help you at all. We get it. But they still paid you to promote something and you didn't disclose it. That's what people are mad about. They're not mad because they think that Come and Go came up with their own ad. Why would that be what people are mad about? You're apologizing, but then like not understanding why people are upset. They're upset because you didn't disclose that you were doing an ad, okay? Nobody cares who printed out the poster. Nobody cares who drew the t-shirts. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but I don't care. The only thing that I'm upset about is that you advertised something and you didn't disclose it was an ad. And I am a little bit mad about how you pretended that you might get arrested for putting up a cardboard sign in a gas station.
They just gave me permission to run wild. And that was a ton of fun. But even though they didn't plan it or orchestrate it, they did know about it. And in retrospect, I should have just been upfront and told you that. That was a mistake, and I'm sorry. That said, I also want you to know that the magic of this was not from a corporation being involved. Every day, every marketing department...
Come on, dude. The magic of this was not from a corporation involved. The magic in this was from me. It was from me. I did it all. I put the magic in it. This is a weird-ass apology. Also weird that, like, did Come and Go apologize for this? Or are they just, like, making Kyle Sheely fend for himself? Now I'm kind of curious. Okay, hold on. Okay, I googled Come and Go apology Kyle Sheely. Kyle Sheely apologizes for not being honest. How TikTok stars viral Come and Go prank backfired. I'm sorry, Come and Go, are you not responsible for this also? That's crazy. Kyle Sheely added that his prank video did not go viral because of Come and Go. We get it, dude. I get it so hard that it was all your idea. Oh my god. Come and Go didn't even apologize. They just made Kyle Sheely do it. That's actually hilarious. I wonder if the reason Kyle Sheely is trying to make it seem like he did all of it was to sort of like help save face for Come and Go. I'm assuming that Kyle Sheely, he does all of these things online. He's an internet goofball. He probably doesn't want to be like barred from doing any more ads in the future. So he wants to look good in companies' eyes. And so he's like really taking the bullet for this, being like, look guys, other companies, if you hire me, I'll literally eat dog shit for you if things go south. I will take the bullet. If people find out your company does fucked up shit, I will take the bullet for it. I'll be like, Amazon, if you want to hire me in the future, I will take responsibility for the working conditions, even though I have nothing to do with that. I'll be like, and you know what, guys? The magic of Amazon workers peeing in a bottle didn't come from corporate, okay? It came from me because they told me to do something fun and interesting and creative. All right, let's watch the rest of this apology.
In the world is trying to get stuff to go viral, and mostly none of it works, but this did. And that wasn't because of Come and Go. They didn't...
Oh my god.
For years, I've done weird projects on the internet because I think that every person has the power to do things that make the world a more magical and interesting place. I love the idea of a world where even a weirdo like me could have his own giant cardboard cutout and a gas station influence.
This is just a personal thing, but I feel like some people are a little bit too into being weird. Like this guy, like really markets himself as a weirdo. He just called himself a weirdo, and he's a goofball, and he's always doing weird stuff on the internet. It's like, just do interesting. You can do interesting things, but why does it have to be weird? Like weird is like, I'm a weirdo on the internet. I'm kind of weird. I'm not like other creators, okay? I'm a weird guy on the internet. You don't want to come across me. I'm weird and sticky and smelly.
But when I work with companies in the future, I'll do better. So that's the story. And whether you decide to see me as the good guy or the bad guy or something in between, I respect your decision and I wish you the best.
That's an aggressive way to end his apology. And I'm sorry, all right? Fucking idiots. Buy my meal at Come and Go! I do want to look at the comments on this apology video just to see how people are taking it. This video has a very sorry, not sorry energy. Yeah, I would agree with that. It seemed like sorry that it happened, but also I'm really good at coming up with fun, creative, branded content. Just so everyone knows. You sold that stunt as more genuine than this apology. Oh, god damn, dude. Skewer him, man. I couldn't agree more. This apology feels like an ad. Yeah, but this time it wasn't an ad for Come and Go, it was an ad for him, so. It wasn't a marketing stunt, proceeds to explain how it's a marketing stunt. I hope it was worth your authenticity. Dude, there are some good lines in these comments, oh my god. Right? The most valuable thing creators have is their authentic selves. It's why we watch and follow, to see people being real. This guy is done. I wonder if that's true. Kyle, are you done? Has he posted anything since then? A week ago.
Here's how I learned it, all right?
No, he hasn't posted anything since. Maybe Kyle really is done. Is this the last we've seen of Kyle Sheely? We'll just have to wait and see. But I do know from now on, if he ever tries like a stunt like that again, all the comments are gonna be like, yeah, like I'm gonna believe you. All right, anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about Kyle Sheely's mealy dealy in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about this kind of off-the-cuff commentary video. I kind of wanted to talk about this because I thought it was funny, but I didn't really want to write a whole ass video about it, so let me know what you thought. And I'm gonna probably do another Reddit video because people seem to like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Checking In on Troom Troom. For those of you who don't know, I have a U2s now. He's a little vinyl figurine that looks just like me. I've been working on this for months, designing this with U2s. Here he is. Sweet as can be. I wanted this U2s to be sort of an homage to some of my most popular videos, those being the Trying Troom Troom videos. So you'll notice he's got the little chocolate milk tie, the hot glue gun, and of course a Greg t-shirt. So if this is something that interests you, head on over to U2s.com. It is live right now. It helps support me. And in honor of releasing this U2s, I wanted to do a video where we check in on Troom Troom and see what they're up to these days. It's been probably over a year since I've made a video about Troom Troom, and I'm kind of surprised with the direction that their channel has taken as of late. First off, they hardly do any like life hack and crafting videos anymore, which is really weird because that was like their bread and butter before. I mean, that was like the reason people came to Troom Troom, for like poorly conceived crafts that were also executed poorly as well. They do upload some here and there, and they're still like really bad. Like this one about getting kidnapped, and it's all survival hacks.
Here she comes, taking selfies as usual. You can't get away now. Great job, Martin.
I kind of feel like I need to make a whole other video about that one because it's insane. But in this video, I wanted to talk about Troom Troom's newest venture, these sort of like relatable comedy sketch, funny scenario type videos that are pretty disappointing, honestly. Honestly, kind of mean. So here's the type of video I'm talking about. It's called Rich Bride versus Broke Bride. They've got a bunch of videos like this. Rich blank versus broke blank, where they sort of like compare the lifestyle of one person who is rich and another person who is very much not rich. It's sort of like a goofy comparison, and it's sort of meant to be poking fun at both of them. But the thing is, they're like kind of trying to be poking fun at both the rich person and the broke person. But like the only thing they have to make fun of the rich person for in most of these scenarios is that like, wow, they have so much money that they can do anything they want and their life is actually pretty sick. But the broke person though? Oh shit, dude, their life sucks, man. Broke bride has bubble wrap, wedding dress, and they can't hire a photographer, and everything's going wrong, and it's funny because they're poor. So the first scenario is the proposal. It shows the difference between a rich bride's proposal and a broke bride's proposal. The rich boyfriend comes down from a helicopter in the sky. He gets down on one knee, says, "Will you marry me?"
Will you marry me?
Rich girlfriend says, "Yes."
Yeah.
Or sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah is maybe a little bit too casual for the situation. And I promise to be there for you. Forever and always. Will you marry me? Yeah. Instead of coming down in a helicopter, the broke boyfriend just comes down in a regular ladder, just from like the top of a wall or something. I like that they made it so that he still had to come from the sky. They didn't have him just like walk up or something, which would be normal. Or what? Actually, I guess it doesn't really make sense that they're like walking up and immediately proposing anyway. Do they know these people know each other? It's kind of weird in general that they just walk up and the first thing they say is, "Will you marry me?" But I just think it's funny that they made him come from the sky also, just in his own like broke way. Like it's a well-known fact that like if you're gonna propose to a girl, you have to come from the sky. You need the higher ground. It's like a fight. It's a tactical advantage and a power move. You need the higher ground and the element of surprise. Will you marry me? That's how I proposed to Laura. So broke boyfriend gives broke girlfriend, now broke fiance, actually, the ring. I don't know what that thing is. Is it a toy? Is it like a fidget thing? It kind of looks like a toy for a toddler. Is this a baby? Even if you were kind of strapped for cash and you couldn't afford a diamond, why put a baby toy on the ring? Oh wait, I guess I misread the title. This says Rich Bride versus Broke Baby. Oh, sorry, they're not even gonna get married. That's just a straight up baby. Rich bride gets a beautiful wedding, and broke baby gets a nap. She's very tired from being so young and so broke.
Here comes the bride. Adele, Anthony, exchange your rings and vows.
Now it's time for the ceremonies. The rich ceremony is, of course, beautiful. It's a very nice looking wedding. Maybe a little bit tacky. The bride does have a bouquet made out of $100 bills. But overall, the message from the rich wedding is just like, dang, they're having a great time. And this day is gonna be one that they remember positively for a long time. Also, I love the officiant's hair. He looks like a Jedi apprentice.
You may kiss the bride.
Oh.
Oh, what a sweet ceremony.
Definitely don't react like that when the bride and groom kiss for the first time.
Oh.
He says oh like he's surprised, but then as if he's aroused. Almost as if to say like, oh shit, I've never been to a wedding before. I didn't know they were gonna kiss.
Keep going.
Oh babe, this day is so romantic. I love you so much. Me too, sweetie. We're gonna remember this day for the rest of... Oh my god. Babe, I think your best man is jerking off. Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Good afternoon, father. Whoops, you're not ready yet.
The broke couple could not afford the same venue as the rich couple, obviously, so they decided to have their wedding at a clothing store. They go to get the priest in one of the fitting rooms and he's naked.
Whoops.
It is the same priest as the rich wedding, though, so I guess money can't buy you a better priest. But it can make him not naked.
Whoa, a stress reliever.
Damn, yup. I could have told you that was gonna happen. That's just one of the pitfalls of having a wedding at a clothing store. There's always gonna be some guy in a jumpsuit and sunglasses that wants to pop your bubble wrap dress. There's always that guy. Every fucking time. Rich couple is having their wedding photographed by a drone.
Hi.
Broke couple could not afford a photographer, so they bribed the security guard at the clothing store to give them the footage from the security cameras in the store.
Good afternoon. Guard, wake up.
Hey, wait a minute. I feel like I've seen that guy somewhere before, but I can't place it. Oh well. He's pretty vague looking. I'm probably thinking of someone else.
Thanks. You are the best cameraman.
This video just continues on like this. It's just scene after scene of the rich couple having the time of their lives. They hire like a famous musician to come perform at their wedding. Literally nothing goes wrong for the rich couple. There's not even like a lesson, like maybe the rich people are spending so much time trying to make this day perfect that they lost track of what the day's really about. It's about, you know, two people in love. They don't even do that. They're just like, this day was fucking sick for the rich people, dude. And then it keeps cutting back to the broke couple, and they're literally eating paper at the reception. Who is writing these? Is it a rich person? Is it an insanely rich person? Probably. Just like, how out of touch do you have to be to write this? Rich person wedding. What would that entail? Everything is normal and great. Being rich is normal, nothing to make fun of at all about these rich people. Okay, now broke wedding. Oh, what do they do at a broke wedding? Damn, that's crazy. I'm just now realizing I've never been to a wedding that wasn't for a rich person. What do they do there? I guess at rich weddings they eat food. So at broke weddings, they probably eat garbage? Sure, yeah, they're eating trash. Just scraps of paper. They're eating garbage, and the bride has a dress made out of garbage. When it comes time for them to pay the tab at the wedding, all the groom has is garbage to pay with. All right, the script is done. Now it just needs a title. Rich bride versus garbage bride. Perfect. There's one point in the video where it actually seems like they're gonna like razz the rich couple a little bit. They're gonna be like, haha, they got their comeuppance. Look at them. Now we get to laugh at the rich people.
Here's your reception invoice.
The waiter comes up during the reception to hand them the bill for the wedding, which is not how weddings work at all. Obviously, you don't pay for it like a regular restaurant check. And for a second, it looks like maybe they spent too much money on the wedding, and it looks like they're not gonna be able to afford it. That's a big problem for people with new money. They don't know how to manage their money.
Take my $1 million bouquet. This is still not enough.
So let's see what happens.
Thank you. Now it's enough. That was quite a splurge. We'll just make more.
What? They're just gonna make more? It's not gonna affect them at all financially? Of course, yeah, I guess actually that makes a lot of sense. Because that's how life works. I think this video is supposed to be funny, but it's just kind of making me sad.
Honey, this is the weather forecast for our wedding day. This Saturday, expect a tornado, a thunderstorm, and the apocalypse. It's horrible.
And the apocalypse? See, I feel like you should have mentioned that first. That seems like the only thing that would matter at that point. This bit actually is pretty funny though. They're worried that it's gonna rain on their wedding day, so the rich groom goes to the weather station and bribes the weatherman to change the weather, and that works. That's actually kind of funny. It did make me chuckle. Troom, what are you doing? Making me laugh? What the F? You're supposed to be cringe. Stop.
What? Will it be raining on our wedding day? Oh, great rain spirit!
Phew! That's better. I gotta say, there was not too much that was redeeming about that video, was there? Okay, next video. Rich pregnant versus poor pregnant. Okay, what's going on here? What is this supposed to be depicting? Why would they have a clothespin and a diamond plugging up their belly button? It looks like the clothespin is almost holding her belly shut. Do they think the belly button is gonna open up? Do they think that's where babies come from? In 9 months, the rich mom's doctor is gonna pull the diamond out of her belly button, and a very rich baby will emerge.
Doctor, there's a problem. My baby is born all alone in my tummy. A mother's intuition never fails. You'll think of something, right, doctor? For such a generous fee, you can work magic. Let's see if that helped. Yes! Wow. Now the little girl has a brother. You're amazing!
Yo! What? No? If your wife comes home from an ultrasound appointment and tells you that the doctor put another baby in her, that is not a good thing. That obviously would be bad.
It's urgent. I need to pick out a stroller. You need to see our special section. What do you think of this one? Wow, that's much better.
Shroom uses these like weird voice sound effects that are very clearly just like stock sounds of people going like, oh yeah, or this one like, wow!
Wow! Yes! Now
They've used that one twice now, and I can't help but feel like it sounds like Mario. Congratulations, ma'am. You're having a boy. So then the poor pregnant woman just starts stealing stuff. She steals a cart from a guy living on the street who uses a stroller. She steals from the grocery store. Dude, this is so weird. Why? And then they put the same joke in here that was in the last video where the poor mom wants pregnancy photos, so she goes to a store and tries to use the security cameras to get pregnancy photos. They can't even think of original ways to make fun of the people in these videos. All right, these videos are so bad. I'm gonna be done watching them now. I'm just kind of worried about these videos are obviously for kids. I'm kind of worried about the kids that watch these videos. But you know what? Maybe they took something away from it that I didn't get. You know, maybe there's some kind of lesson in here, you know? No matter if you're rich or poor, you know, the amount of money doesn't make you a good mom. And being broke doesn't make your kid any less special. And we should appreciate broke moms just as much, if not more, as rich moms, because they have a lot more to go through to give their child a good life.
Who did you like better? Poor Lana or rich Liana? Tell us in the comments.
Liana. Rich one is the best. I love the rich. Rich Miana. Rich Rihanna. Danny Gonzalez really needs to see this OMG. Huh. Alright, well, I think that's the end of this video, which means now it's time for a special sponsored segment. Just in case you haven't heard, Laura and I recently adopted a puppy. Just days ago, actually. This is her. Her name is Sunday. She is the sweetest baby. She has floppy ears and the sweetest face known to man. And since she's a little baby puppy, just 12 weeks old, we're obviously trying to spend as much time at home as possible. That means both of us working from home as much as we can, not going out for lunch every day, not going out for dinner every day. And boy, oh boy, has HelloFresh made that so much easier. We don't have to go to the grocery store as much anymore because every meal comes with all of the ingredients you need. We don't even have to spend as much time prepping each meal in order to start cooking because all of the ingredients are pre-measured. They take all the prepping and planning out of cooking, which means you can get dinner on the table in as quick as 30 minutes, even 20 sometimes with some of their quick and easy options. If we wanted to skip a week, add more meals, you can easily do that. We also love that it's a more sustainable option than grocery store-bought meals. That's because HelloFresh's carbon footprint is actually 25% lower than grocery store-bought meals. So in summary, HelloFresh is great because we get to spend more time at home staring at our sleeping puppy, we get to be a little bit more environmentally conscious, and we get absolutely delicious tasting meals. I swear HelloFresh does not miss. So if you want to sign up for HelloFresh, head on over to HelloFresh.com and use my code TrulyGreg14 to get 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's code TrulyGreg14 for 14 free meals plus free shipping. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and you guys for checking out HelloFresh. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call all my subscribers, and we're actually the strongest army on YouTube, based on a series of objective metrics that only I know. And all you have to do to join Greg is just subscribe and turn on my notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? This is me standing in front of what's widely considered to be the most haunted hotel in the US, the Stanley Hotel. Every ghost hunting program that comes here somehow has this insane, traumatic, life-altering experience after staying here for just one night. And I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm gonna try to spend a night here hunting ghosts because I have one simple question. Is every ghost show and paranormal YouTuber over-exaggerating? Or is it just Shane Dawson? Because I know that Shane Dawson is. These shows are quite literally designed to scare you. They go in with the preconceived notion that like, well, we've got to make an entertaining show, and we're only here for one night, so we got to come up with something scary. So they add in scary music over every scene, scary sound effects, they dress all cool, and I'm pretty sure they just make stuff up too. And after filming this video and talking to the hotel staff, I have a lot of evidence. I just feel like as a viewer, we never get to actually see what the experience is like staying at one of these haunted locations. What's it like when a regular person that's not trying to make a scary video stays here? Are you actually guaranteed a spooky night of being tossed around the room by some guy that died 100 years ago? Or is it all fake? That's somebody trying to back out of the... They got scared. They felt a presence and they're trying to leave. The vibe's off. We gotta get out of here. The Stanley. The Stanley Hotel is probably most known for being so scary that apparently just one stay here inspired Stephen King to write The Shining. And I'll tell you the story of how that happened later, but ever since The Shining came out, this hotel has been the subject of countless ghost stories and paranormal investigations, most of which exclusively depict this place as this decrepit, creepy old hotel that only exists at night. But this place is actually like a beautiful hotel. It felt less like a portal to hell and more like a tourist attraction. When I got there were people milling around, taking pictures. The hotel was like blaring music. If I was a ghost, I would have been pissed. I can't haunt this place. It's too nice out. Nobody's even gonna be scared of me. There are a ton of different ghosts that haunt this hotel. Like, I think every article I read and every person I talked to at this hotel somehow knew about a different ghost that I hadn't heard of yet. It's like anyone who's ever so much as even looked at this building gets sent here when they die. I'm worried I'm gonna haunt this place when I die. There's the ghost of a housekeeper that was in an explosion at the hotel and still sticks around to fulfill her maidly duties, a cowboy ghost that supposedly kisses women in their sleep, and a lot more ghosts, many of which are tied to specific rooms, like my room, the Haberdasher Suite, because my room is haunted by a haberdasher. If you don't know what a haberdasher is, it is someone who haberdashes, which apparently is old-timey speak for sells clothes to men. It's just a men's clothes dealer. Okay, I'm about to enter the room for the first time. Supposedly one of the many haunted rooms in this hotel. I've heard that when stepping into a haunted space for the first time, you can immediately notice a different energy. Wow. But I walked all around this room, looked in every nook and cranny, and I gotta say, I did not really feel anything. It's a good sign. There is a fly flying around. I don't know if you can see that. I keep seeing it smack into the window. He's trying to get out of here. He's scared. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say my spook level was hovering about a 1.1 on the spook meter. On the spookometer. No Bible. You know what, I feel like hotels like this often, because they're haunted, can get a pass if anything about their room is like shitty. Because they can either be like, well, the ghost did that. Sorry, your bed's fucked up, the ghost did that. Or just like people who are coming for like a haunted experience aren't looking for like the nice amenities of a hotel. They're not focused on the backsplash of the bathroom sink. They're focused on like, am I gonna start floating in the middle of the night? So, you know, I feel like we should be fair and actually do a review of this hotel room from a non-paranormal perspective. When you stay in the Haberdasher Suite, you'll feel like you were transported back to the early 1900s. And not just because there's a man trying to sell you a bowler hat in the corner. I'm talking solid wooden doors, no central AC, which according to an email was to preserve the historic feel of the room. A giant AC unit by the window, which does the exact opposite. I also liked the fun historic pics of the hotel. Oh, that's the hotel in the background. That's tight. I thought this lady was holding a gun at first. That's why the hotel's haunted. This is moments before the first ghosts entered the hotel. This couple's just laughing, having a good time. This lady's like, yo, get a picture of this. In keeping with the theme of not keeping with a theme, the bathroom also felt very out of place. This is actually a very nice shower. Some nice artwork over here. This is beautiful. The bathroom had this like newly renovated farmhouse aesthetic, like something straight out of an episode of Fixer Upper. 0 out of 10, not historic, and too nice to be haunted. Seriously, when it started to get dark out, the only place I felt like I wouldn't get haunted was in the bathroom. I'd be peeing and the haberdasher would just be standing outside the door like, come out here. I can't haunt you in there, it's too nice. Come out here where it's old and creepy. Please. I want to sell you a hat. Okay, this curtain has a stain on it. Something was up with the bed, too. Do my feet look higher than the rest of my body? All right, I'm settled into my hotel room. I'm chilling. I went to the hotel restaurant and ate some dinner. The view was beautiful and the food was just okay. And my spookometer is still going strong at a 1. Now, you're probably wondering what I mean when I say that all of the shows that film here are over-exaggerating. Unless you've watched one of these shows before, in which case you're not. You already 100% know what I'm talking about. Well, let's take a look at Ghost Adventures, which is hosted by what I like to call the Chris Angel of paranormal investigation, Zach Baggins.
This is a genuine, authentic haunt. The second I got my key and I shut the door, I pretty much said, all right, listen, I'm gonna have to get naked a couple times to take a shower. Sometimes in the middle of the night I get up to get water, and I can't guarantee that I'm wearing everything.
Oh no. Oh shoot. Is that something I should have done when I got here? Attention, all ghosts in this room. You are gonna see my dick.
From early childhood, I used to hang out around here. I've had 2 heart transplants. So every anniversary of one of my heart transplants, my parents would give me a weekend up here. I've had a lot of near-death experiences.
Wait, their gift to their son with severe heart problems was a trip to the scariest place in the country? Dude, I don't mean to pry, but your parents were 100% trying to kill you.
Our investigation will take us into 3 of the buildings that comprise the Stanley Complex.
The sound effects in this show are insane. They're designed to make you scared before anything scary even happens. I feel like I'm being shot in the chest every time they switch shots in this sequence.
The main hotel,
whoa,
the manor house, and the carriage house.
Oh, fuck!
At 3 a.m., I was woken up by an unexplained noise, and shortly after that, my digital recorder captured an EVP.
Shut the door.
stuff like this is pretty hard to dispute because it's impossible to tell if this is staged or not, or if this is just like static that happens to somewhat resemble a human voice. Without the text on screen, it kind of doesn't even sound like a voice. Like, let me play a different one, for example, and you try to tell me what you think it says. And here's what it says. Did you get it? No? I knew you didn't have what it takes to join the Ghost Adventurers. Get out of my hotel room. And then we get to Shane Dawson.
I think they tried to decorate for Christmas, but it is scary. Why are all these chairs so scary?
Watching Shane Dawson investigate the paranormal is like watching a wounded deer try to investigate a theme park. It doesn't matter what happens, he's going to be terrified.
Oh my god. Wait, are they fucking with us? Oh.
Try this. Just unlocking the door to his room is almost enough to send Shane packing.
This is creepy as fuck.
It is a very normal hotel room.
Okay, can I just say something? And you're gonna think I'm being dramatic. My camera has been fine focusing this whole day. The second we got into this hotel, it stops fucking focusing every second.
I don't know if you guys know this, but cameras have a harder time focusing in dimly lit environments. That's like a well-known thing about cameras. It's pretty funny to try to pin that on a ghost.
It's not focusing on anything.
Yeah, you guys turned off all the lights. What is there to focus on? He's like panning around really fast and like getting really close to things in the dark. Like, I'm sorry, dude, the darkness is usually way crisper on this camera. But I think my favorite part about this is when Shane pauses the video and edits in text to point out something that he didn't notice while filming. I've shown this to so many people. Did you guys see anything? What did he think was there? I'm so confused. He didn't have to edit that in. It might be nothing? Yeah, no, it definitely was nothing. Throughout this video, Shane adds in sound effects that are designed to make his terrified reaction seem a little more justified.
Oh my god!
He'll hear like a tiny bump noise that came from outside and then add in like the loudest horror sound effect you've ever heard. Here's the actual sound effect, and then here's how scared that made me. Okay guys, I have a confession to make. I know I talked a really big game about all the ghosts that have been spotted in this hotel, and as I was doing some research in my room, I started to realize that a lot of these stories might also be over-exaggerated a little bit. I know, apparently it's not just the ghost hunter shows that are doing it. Perhaps the hotel also has something to gain by playing up how haunted they are.
1911, maids up here lighting acetylene gas lamps. There's a gas leak. This room blows up. The maid's name was Mrs. Wilson. It's believed that Mrs. Wilson is still with us in the hotel here. We've had guests walk into the bathroom, the light will turn on. Their clothes are put away in the dresser drawers and their bags are stacked in the closet.
I have a couple questions about this story, because the way he tells it in this show makes it sound like the housekeeper is haunting the hotel because she died in this explosion at the hotel. She didn't. She didn't die. I looked it up. There's articles about this story. This happened in 1911. A housekeeper accidentally blew up like half the hotel. She sustained injuries. She broke both of her ankles, and then she died. In 1950. She lived for 40 years after this explosion. Honestly, even if she is haunting the hotel, like if she died here in 1950, that's her own business. The hotel doesn't need to go around spreading this story about her fucking up and blowing up the hotel. That seems a little bit petty, doesn't it? The interesting thing about the housekeeper ghost is that it's said that most of what she does to haunt the hotel is folding people's clothes and making their beds while they're not in the room, which, sure, it is pretty difficult to prove a ghost did that because that's what happens at every hotel when you leave the room, because that's what housekeepers do. But what would you rather her ghost powers be? Blowing up your room? Fucking up and just exploding the hotel? That wouldn't be a very fun ghost, would it? Yeah, this room is actually haunted by a creeper from Minecraft. If you hear hissing behind you, run. I'll be honest, at this point, I'm kind of worried I'm not even gonna get kissed by this cowboy ghost. And it's not just that. I also looked into the story about The Shining, and do you want to know what happened? What inspired this hotel's biggest claim to fame? On a cold winter night in the 1970s, Stephen King stayed in room 217 at the Stanley Hotel. It was the end of the tourist season at the hotel, so it was very empty, and while Stephen was sleeping, he had a nightmare that his son was being chased by a hose, and it was so scary that he wrote a whole ass book about it. That's right. As far as anyone knows, and as far as Stephen King has ever said, Stephen King saw 0 ghosts at the Stanley Hotel. 0 ghosts. You can book the room Stephen King stayed in, and it is booked for every Halloween for 7 years, because the hotel's booking system only goes 7 years into the future. And he never saw a ghost. Okay, but to be fair, just because Stephen King didn't see a ghost at the Stanley Hotel doesn't mean that there's nothing weird going on here, as I would find out when we got to talking to 2 tour guides at the hotel.
This is the 3rd, possibly the 4th haunted building I've worked at. This is definitely the most haunted place I've worked in town.
I think that there are far too many, far too close enough to sane people at the Stanley who have a ghost story.
When I started working here, I was thought, maybe I'll see a ghost, hear some weird noise, maybe once, twice a year. Some nights it's an every night thing.
And we also got to go on a tour of all the most haunted spots in the hotel after hours, where we found out a lot of juicy details about this hotel. For one, there are a ton of pictures of ghosts that people have taken at the Stanley Hotel. And on this tour, they showed us a lot of them. And while some of them just look like it could have been like a camera glitch or like a blurry low light photo where you can't really tell what's going on, when it's 1 a.m. and you're in the underground cave tunnels underneath a haunted hotel with 2 strangers you've never met, and one of them shows you a picture of a ghost girl hiding behind the carriage that you're standing right next to. Scary. The scariest ghost they told us about was a ghost named Dennis. They don't actually know the ghost's name, but they call him that because he's a menace. And I wish I had a video of some of the pictures they showed us, but Dennis looks creepy as hell. In every picture, he's just a shadowy figure with glowing eyes. In one of the pictures, he was posing in the background like this. And they told us a story about how one of the staff members saw Dennis in like the staff quarters, and Dennis started chasing him, and all the doors were locked, so he had to run upstairs and jump out a window to get away from Dennis. Do you have any idea how badly I didn't want to wake up in my hotel room that night and see Dennis staring at me? I was at a solid 5 or 6 on my little spook meter. But that all went down to a -5 or 6 when they started telling us a story about when Zach Baggins was there filming for Ghost Adventures. A big part of the Ghost Adventures episode at the Stanley was the carriage house, because that's where the hotel stores all of the mattresses that people have died on.
There's objects in here where some actual death happened, where the bodies were discovered on these beds.
So they spent like a ton of time in the episode trying to contact the spirits of people who have died on these mattresses. Can you guess what the tour guides told us? Yeah, none of that's true. Yeah, the hotel doesn't store mattresses that people died on like they're saving them for something. Save it? What would they be saving them for?
That's so funny. We're an operating hotel, and believe it or not, we switch out mattresses every once in a while.
Yeah. So Zach Baggins and his crew apparently just showed up and like looked through the window of the carriage house, saw mattresses, and were like, hey, let's go make some stuff up in there. The most interesting thing I took from the tour is that even though the tour guides know all of the spookiest things that have happened in the hotel, some of them don't 100% believe in ghosts. We were walking with one of the tour guides after he had showed us, I don't know, some of the most insane pictures of ghosts I've ever seen. And Jake asked him like, so when did you start believing in ghosts? And he was like, oh, I don't know if I believe in that stuff. Huh? So wait, what was all that about Dennis then? You get to just tell me about Dennis and make me scared and then not believe in him yourself? How is that fair? Don't get me wrong though, a lot of the staff actually do believe in ghosts, so much so that some even claim to have personal relationships with the ghosts they interact with most often.
Last summer, 2021, Paul, our former caretaker of the concert hall, gave me a birthday present. It was a little 20-cent Euro piece, French issue. Left it on the front seat of my car 2 days after my birthday. I asked my husband, I asked my coworkers, I asked whoever, and then in a Ouija board session 3 weeks later, Paul claims it, and I carry it with me as a good luck token.
I'm a very naturally skeptical person, so when I hear stories like this, my brain immediately jumps to like, let's think of all the reasons why this might not be true. So rest assured, that's all I've been doing since I got back from the hotel. But like, you know, I have a hard time calling people liars and saying that their like first-hand personal accounts aren't true. What I do know though is that while we were getting this tour, there were at least 1 or 2 other tour guides that were following us and trying to prank us the entire time by tapping on the windows of the rooms we were in with sticks.
Because I remember one day it was like completely drained.
Who's there? I guess that's just kind of like a fun little thing they do there. A fun little hazing designed to, I don't know, make me poop, shit my pants. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of hazing, except for when there is. So I am kind of curious how many of the paranormal experiences the staff have had at this place that were just pranks that they never found out were pranks. With me to the Stanley Hotel, I brought pretty much every ghost hunting device I could get my grubby little hands on. So let's turn off the lights in this hotel room and get to work. I'll have this EMF running the whole time. An EMF measures electromagnetic frequencies, which are usually emitted by man-made sources like electrical wiring or ghosts. Is there anyone here right now? It's still at 0. Another popular ghost hunting tool is a tiny twist-on flashlight like this, because some ghosts might not be super powerful and might not be able to move really heavy objects. If you twist one of these flashlights right to the point where it's about to turn off, it makes it a lot easier for a ghost to communicate by flickering the light. I gave any potential ghosts a little demonstration on how to twist the light, and I was about to start trying to communicate when the unthinkable happened. So if there's anyone here, let's maybe make... Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just a moth that flew in front of the camera light and Jake tried to swat at it. So the light flickered for a second. Don't let my nervous little smile and laugh fool you. I actually was scared right here. I guess having the only light in the room is kind of a, oh shit, you got it.
I got it.
Holy mackerel.
Fuck that guy.
Yet another ghost in the room tonight. Next up, the spirit box. A spirit box is basically just a little radio that rapidly cycles through radio stations. And ghosts can apparently use those radio stations to communicate with us. Okay, now I would like to ask again, is there anybody in this room aside from me and Jake? Okay, we got a little something. I don't know what it said. It kind of sounded like, oh, you can do it. Very encouraging ghost. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Is there anybody that is maybe... Okay. That actually sounded... I said, is there anybody? And it kind of sounded like it might have said, there is somebody. I'll let you guys listen to it a couple times. Let me know what you think. That is maybe. Full disclosure, I actually am pretty weirded out by this. This is a pretty strange occurrence. It does sound a lot like there's somebody. And so I will give 1 point to the ghost for that one. That was pretty good, buddy. If you're a ghost, make no noise happen. Like, make it so no words are said. I also have a thermal camera to look for cold spots, which could be ghosts. Wait, what the fuck? I just turned it on and there's literally a cold spot right here. Actually, it feels wet. Oh, should I smell it? Okay, it kind of smells like it might be like a cleaner or something, I think, but it definitely is wet. Hey, Danny, it's future Danny here. Could you stop touching that? It's definitely pee. There was a small wet spot, and then a little trail, and then a big wet spot, like somebody started to have an accident, managed to control it for a second, and then hobbled 2 feet, and then just let it all out. Which leads to the scariest question of them all. Why did I put my face in that? Why was my first instinct when confronted with a wet spot in a hotel room to get my nose and lips as close to that baby as I could? I'm at home. It's been a week since I was at this hotel, and my spook meter is at a 10 out of 10. I think I was possessed by a piss goblin. Luckily, in the rest of the room, we didn't find any more piss. We also didn't find any ghosts, but at that point, I was more worried about the piss thing. Now, full disclosure, I've never 100% liked the way that paranormal investigators go about looking for spirits. Everybody goes in and sits on the floor and is like, who's there? Can anyone say your name?
Who are you? What's your name? Did you pass away in one of those beds?
I think it's a little bit condescending. So I think if we're gonna find anything in this room, we're gonna have to get a little bit more drastic. Howdy, y'all. If there be any rootin' tootin' cowboys that like a good time, why don't you go ahead and flicker the flashlight? Is there any ghosts around me? All right, well, I guess if you don't want to come out, I'm gonna have to keep all this gold myself. But the only thing coming for my vial of gold was a puddle of gold. So I guess my method of ghost hunting was a giant waste of time. And sure, I did get this sick picture out of it, but unless I ever make like a half country, half hyperpop album and I need cover art, it's pretty much useless. Okay, I am currently laying in bed in the dark in this hotel room. This is the first time I've been like alone with all the lights off in this room. First off, let's do a bed review, dude. This bed, very squishy, a lot squishier than I thought. So should be a pretty cozy night if I can get to sleep. That being said, I'm not gonna lie, I am scared. It's honestly very frustrating to be scared right now. I think in an attempt to avoid sitting in complete silence, I just started saying anything that was on my mind, which resulted in me performing what reads like some sort of paranoid ghost-themed stand-up set. Why are people only scared of ghosts when it's dark? The fact that ghosts would only come out when it's dark, it, like, implies that ghosts only exist to scare living people? I don't subscribe to that. Why would that be? Alright. Yeah, man. Sick. Whatever makes you feel less scared, dude. Ghosts don't just come out in the dark. They also come out in the daytime. So you should be scared right now, but you should also have been scared all day. Very clever. Definitely having all of the pictures that they showed us on the tour, like replaying in my mind, is not gonna help, so I really ought to stop doing that before I really try to get into it. So if my brain could just stop with that, and then we could proceed with the rest of the experience, that'd be great. As I laid there, I could almost feel my brain wanting to play tricks on me. I was so like hyper aware of every shadow in the room, every sound that I heard, every feeling in my body, and it took me a solid like 30 minutes to calm myself down enough to try to go to sleep. All right, well, I'm just gonna try to go to bed. Good night. I did it, baby. That's right. I slept in a haunted room in the most haunted hotel for 5 hours. And I slept like a rock, dude. There could have been a haberdasher twerking on my bed all night, and I would not have woken up. Luckily, it does look like nothing paranormal happened that night, because I would have been pretty pissed if I missed that. So, look, I can't tell you if there for sure are or aren't ghosts in the Stanley Hotel, but what I can tell you is that you're definitely not guaranteed a paranormal experience. What I can bet, though, is that it's still probably gonna be pretty scary. Even if you don't, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of A Grown Man Spends 20 Minutes Making Fun of a Movie for Kids. You may have noticed something a little bit different. There's a microphone in the frame. I got a new stand for my microphone, and apparently the only way I can get it like close enough to me is by having it slightly in frame, so I hope this isn't super distracting. This would be kind of a crazy way for like one of those faceless YouTubers to film videos.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to be talking about Zapped, and after watching this movie, I'm starting to think that the writers of Disney Channel original movies are not capable of writing a movie that's not about a teenager trying to control the opposite sex and mold them and craft them to their liking. You got Pixel Perfect, a movie about creating like the perfect girl pop star. How to Build a Better Boy, pretty self-explanatory in the title on that one. And then you got this movie Zapped, which is about Zendaya discovering that her dog training app can actually train boys to obey it can train boys to obey her every command. It's not actually Zendaya. She's not playing herself. It's Zendaya's playing a character named Zoe. I think that's probably pretty clear, but I just wanted to clear that up. This movie is full of dark magic. I'm convinced of it. There's something deeply sinister going on in this movie. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let's go ahead and watch it. The movie starts out with Zendaya's character Zoe.
He is the most giving person I know.
Her speech starts off sweet, but then she immediately just starts like kind of complaining about having to live with 4 new guys because they're stinky.
4 guys, and their mysterious odors that they always blame on the dog.
Yeah, she sort of takes the opportunity to complain and just make her mom, I guess, like feel bad for marrying a guy. It's the happiest day of her mother's life. And also this guy, her new stepdad, is the happiest day of his life. And her speech is like, I hate my new family, my new stinky family. And this wedding will certainly ruin my life. To make matters even worse, towards the end of her speech, in Disney movies, there's always like the distinct cliques, like there's the popular crowd, and then there's like the the stoners, but they never say stoners in the Disney movie. They're just kind of like, these are like the kids who wear jean jackets. This movie has the most insane high school posses ever. You got the skateboard boys. Okay, that's pretty normal. The next group she sees are the shirtless workout boys. And then just the straight up stinky boys, where the only like defining characteristic is that they're dirty, flea-ridden, smelly boys. You can hear like flies flying around them. What clique is this supposed to be in high school? And then there's the popular group, one of whom is also pretty stinky himself, actually.
The trip.
Oh.
Fart bomb.
Oh.
The movie sort of writes this off as like, well, this is just something boys do, you know? New school, you gotta kind of accept what boys come with it, you know? Boys will be boys. No, that is actually not what boys do. That is something that just one very specific boy does.
It's me, I'm Trip.
And he needs to be stopped. I cannot remember a single moment in high school where a boy walked up to a girl, let alone like the new girl who's already like scared and doesn't know anyone and is like, hey, I'm gonna fart in your face now. Welcome to the school, smell my ass. But it's not all bad though. She does make a friend on her very first day. And this girl has a picture of a boy that goes to her school in her locker. Is that a thing? I remember in like middle school, girls would have pictures of like celebrity boys in their locker. Imagine seeing a picture of you in somebody else's locker. I'd feel like I was being hunted. It's weird to have his picture in your locker. It's even weirder in the movie when we find out that she also actually has pictures of him printed out on her pillows in her bed. Gulp. That's scary. Imagine if they start dating, she's like FaceTiming him in bed, and she like accidentally tilts the camera a little bit to the side, and he just sees his own face next to her.
Wait, what was that? Is that me?
Of course, Zoe does have a love interest in this movie, and he is introduced early on. It's this guy. Every boy in the movie is depicted in a negative light except this guy, because this guy, he's not like other guys. Oh, he really is different than all the other guys. He knows about praying mantises. Most guys around this school don't know shit about bugs. Yeah, the movie really seems to depict this guy as like the way that guys should be. Guys shouldn't be stinky and messy, okay? Guys should wear beanie and sunglasses and know shit about bugs and be 35. I know I talk about this in like every Disney Channel original movie video that I make, but this guy literally looks like he's 30. Maybe he was held back for being too cool or not not being stinky enough. That seems to be a requirement at the school. He went on stage to accept his diploma, and they shook his hand and they were like, wait a minute, why isn't your hand sticky? Actually, there's no flies flying around you. Get out of here, dude. Back to, I don't know, man, this just comes off as creepy to me. I guess this is supposed to be romantic, but it's not really romantic to me, just scary.
I can see inside you.
Another one of the plot lines in this movie is that Zoe wants to join the dance team, but the girl who runs the dance team is like the popular mean girl. She doesn't want Zoe on the dance team because she's too good at dancing and it's gonna make her look bad or something. Anyway, by now you're probably wondering, when the frick does this app thing happen, right? When the frick does Zoe discover that the dog training app works on boys? Well, at first, it doesn't. Zoe's just trying to train the family dog because it's all just like the rest of the boys in the house. It's stinky. Gross. And it like destroys her room and shit. Breaks this thing that her dad gave to her. She downloads this app called and lands in dog food. And from here on out, that app is now able to control boys. Any man or boy this app can control against their will.
Sit.
And at first, while watching this movie, I didn't even think it was that weird. I didn't even give it a second thought. I was just like, okay, yeah, so something magical happened and now it can control boys. That makes sense. But like, what? What happened to the phone? I don't understand how solar panels and satellite dish changes the app from dog-based to man-based. Like, you'd think at the very least something having to do with like men would happen to the phone. Like the phone lands in like a bucket of buffalo wings or like flies through a football field. I'm just curious to know if that fucked up other apps on the phone or if it's just the dog training app. Now, whenever a boy likes one of my tweets, he goes into a coma for 3 years. And don't even get me started on the weather app, because every time I check that, boys start falling from the sky. Anyway, let's just say now that she's got the ability to control boys, she has a little bit of fun.
Boys are acting weird.
Dude, he farted twice in midair in such rapid succession. They added in 2 fart sound effects. Kind of impressive. I'm trying to imagine how she's gonna use the app to get herself out of this one. Stop farting. Take it back. Take the fart back. Suck it back up into your ass. Oh, how am I doing this? But no, she just uses the app to utterly humiliate him in front of his friends. Nerdy gamer kids and tells them to like go do yoga instead of playing video games.
Let's go do some yoga.
And her brothers, dude, don't even get me started on what she does to her poor brothers. I'm taking the brothers' side, all right? They did nothing wrong. Her poor brothers were just living their lives until Zoe moved in and tries to fix them.
Be clean. Holy moly, it's filthy in here.
Her messy brother, she tells to be more clean, which turns him into this like hyper hygienic husk of his former self.
I use sponge and soap
and paper towels and a power washer.
For the rest of the movie, he's literally he's scrubbing everything frantically in a panic. Anytime there's a mess, he's like, I gotta clean it up. She tells the gross cooking boy to cook less gross stuff.
Start making less gross food.
So he's like cooking 5-star meals for the rest of the movie. And then the oldest brother, she tells him to be more focused. The boy is just like focused on inanimate objects for the rest of the movie. He's just like staring at a lamp or at the basketball net. She turns her own family into like mindless zombies. And she's like, this is better. This is nice. It's creepy, dude. It's eerie, this movie. In all honesty, dude, this show walked so that WandaVision could run. This is basically WandaVision. In fact, since they're both owned by Disney, I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the same universe. This is like a prequel to WandaVision. This is where she gets the idea. It's kind of funny how low the stakes are considering the power that she holds. She could like take over Wall Street. She could get rich. She could make anybody do what she wants. Any man. She could fix every war. Create world peace. In fact, I think her friend says that at one point in the movie. She's like, we could end every war with this. And Zoe's just like, yeah, we could, but I simply will not. I think it's more important that my brother stares at a lamp for the rest of his life. That's kind of the shit I'm on. Rules to this movie, the lore does not make sense. I guess that's just how Disney Channel movies go. In the end, everyone sort of learns that like, hey, girls have things that girls do that are weird to boys, and boys do things that are weird to girls. And that's just how we need to leave it. Which in some sense I would agree with. Not in this movie, though. The boys are disgusting in this movie. They need to change something about themselves. I think that there could be some middle ground between her mind controlling them and them just being utterly repulsive. Anyway, the moral of the story is like Zoe realizes that she is not God and should not have unilateral control over everyone's lives, and they all live happily ever after. Well, guys, we may never be able to control boys using our smartphones, but you know what we can control? Our money. Thanks to today's sponsor, Current. Do a flip. Do a backflip. Sit. Speak.
I love you, Father.
Good boy. That's right, guys. Today's video has been sponsored by Current. Current is the future of mobile banking. You guys have heard me talk about how awesome Current is before, how flexible they are, how transparent they are with things like no hidden fees. But today, I've got something new to talk about, and that's interest. Because Current just launched a new feature called Interest where you can earn 4% APY on your money. That's 4% for your money literally just sitting there. That's right, you don't gotta be throwing money at the stock market or buying NFTs and investing in cryptocurrency to get some return on your money. With Current's interest feature, you literally just get 4% for your money just sitting there. And as if that's not already enough reason to start using Current, I am once again going to be giving away $5,000 with Current's help. So go ahead, download Current, make an account, use the code DANNYINTEREST for a chance to win, and so you don't miss out on that 4%. Signing up for Current is totally free to do. You can do it right now. So honestly, there's really no reason not to. All right, well, thank you to Current for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Current. They've been a long-time sponsor of the channel. They've helped me do some amazing things, so make sure you check them out, and goodbye. Bye. This one goes out to all my ladies. I just want to let y'all know how I feel. Ladies, if you're out there, this one's for you. I don't give a shit about you. I just want to smoke meth all day. I just want to do cocaine. I would punch a dog for some Xans, y'all. I just want to sip some lean. I'ma steal some money from my grandma. Not that I need the money. I'm so goddamn rich it ain't funny. Hey Greg, I'm sure that I'm not the only person who's noticed that celebrities suck lately. Like if Celebrities was a TV show, this season would suck. This season of Celebrities is just... it's just bonkers. I feel like celebrities used to be these like untouchable gods and goddesses of Hollywood. They never misbehaved or got in trouble. They were just, you know, these shining idols on a mountain, and we could only ever dream of being anything like them. There were celebrities like Kanye West who, like, sure, he made good music, but he also had some, like, you know, temper tantrums. He had some behavioral issues. But I feel like the celebrities of today are just like all of the behavioral issues and none of the talent, or at least not much. And I know you already know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lil Tay. I'm talking about Woah Vicky. I'm talking about Danielle Bregoli, Lil Pump, and sure, Lil Pump's got a few bangers. But, I mean, he's not a very good role model. And I guess there's nothing, like, inherently wrong with making dumb, poorly behaved people famous. I just don't really identify with any of the celebrities of today. Like, I'm not extremely rich. I don't do cocaine. I don't know what lean is. Over the past couple months, I've just been yearning for a celebrity that I really identify with. And that's when I came across Mason Ramsey. Yes, this video is about the yodeling kid from 3 months ago. Now, I know what you're thinking. and stop it. I make so many videos of being like, this person sucks. This person makes bad videos. And you know what? I thought it was time for a change. Mason Ramsey's the best. He's the best celebrity, okay? That's really what I'm getting at. I mean, need I say more? Need I say more? Oh, I need to say more? Okay, I say more. If you don't remember, Mason Ramsey is this kid who got famous for yodeling in a Walmart like 3 months ago. It's just so funny in a world of like Lil Vickies and Woe-Tays. Wait. It's just so funny in this world of like poorly behaved 12-year-olds getting famous for, you know, punching their mom in the face or flexing on everybody, to see this like 11-year-old well-mannered country boy taking the limelight. It really butters my Gregs. I think the main reason Mason Ramsey is so entertaining to me is because he's literally like a 60-year-old man trapped in an 11-year-old's body. Look at this video from when he was on Ellen.
Mason, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
So I understand. So Golconda, that's where you're from?
Yes.
So it's a very small town, 700 people, and this is your first time you've ever been on an airplane?
Yes.
How was that?
It was very good, but driving with the driver letting me go in the back of the limo, that was awesome.
The driver letting me go in the back of the limo, that was awesome. This kid doesn't even know that you're supposed to sit in the back of the limo. The limo probably showed up and he was like, okay, I'll just get in the passenger seat. And he was like, don't you want to sit in the back? And he was like, I can sit in the back? Oh man, oh boy. He's just so pure.
Then I tried some sparkling water and wasn't so good, but...
wasn't so good. If that was like Danielle Bergoli, she would have been like, this sparkling water tastes like shit. Give me something else. Give me something else. Give me lean. Please, lean. I need lean now. I don't know what lean is.
So, do you like LA?
Yeah, but I'm a country boy, and out in the old country, all we do is bale straws of hay, and next thing you know, you're sitting under a tree taking a nap with your hat down and a weed in your mouth.
This kid is perfect. Sitting under a tree with a weed in your mouth. I mean, a weed? This kid is cool as fuck. He's so young, but he acts like he's been retired for 10 years. He just doesn't have a care in the world. This kid's 11 years old and he's cooler than I'll ever be. Like, that's something I would never even think to do.
Okay. So when did you start yodeling?
The first song I tried to sing was Long Gone Lonesome Blues.
Mm-hmm. Who sings that?
Hank Williams Sr.
And that's your favorite singer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And your grandfather yodels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is he a good yodeler as well?
No.
Sorry about that, Grandpa. Yeah.
God damn. This kid is a savage and he's not even trying. That's what I like about him. So many other celebrities these days, I feel like are just trying so hard to be a savage. Diss track after diss track, beating up your own mom, flexing on your haters, and here's Mason Ramsey just casually telling his grandpa he's bad at yodeling to his face on national television. He's not even trying. I get the feeling a lot of you are gonna think, Danny, this meme was popular like 3 months ago. Why are you talking about it now? You were a little late to the punch. But what you don't understand is back then he was just a meme. The vast majority of people who like found Mason Ramsey through that meme have forgotten about him by now. That's how all memes go, you know? They have the initial burn and then they sort of fade out. But you know who hasn't forgotten about him? Me! Because he's not just a meme anymore. He's a star. And this might sound like an insult, but he's really let the fame go to his head. It's not an insult, because he has let the fame go to his head in just the very best way. This dude knows how to work a crowd better than anybody I've ever seen. A spin and the pointy fingers, there's no beating that. Okay, look at this video of Mason Ramsey getting interviewed for some radio show.
You gonna do a whole album? Is that what you want to do the rest of your life? From now on, is that you want to just make country music?
What?
Right now, you're in front of more country music fans on the air than you've ever been in your life because this is the biggest country music channel ever.
Yep.
Tell all your girlfriends that, okay?
Okay.
They've
just been told.
Oh my god. I think he just made everybody in the crowd his girlfriends. Even the guys. That was so smooth. Now, if you're like me, you're probably thinking, okay, this kid's got a great voice. He's got great charisma. He's going places. But I'm a little worried. We all know what tends to happen to child stars. They get a little bit too big for their britches. Is that the expression? Big for their britches? Big in their britches? Their britches just can't hold him anymore. Like the same thing that happened with Justin Bieber a while ago. You get into the wrong crowd, you start hanging out with the wrong people, your career starts to take a dive, you know? You start acting out. People don't like you as much. You stop making music because you're just all about the cool kid's life. But don't worry, Mason Ramsey only surrounds himself with the best. Look at this video he posted on Twitter. It's got the caption, "Saturdays are for the boys." So this is what he does on his crazy Saturday nights. This is his crazy weekend plans. It's just him and a couple buds going absolutely apeshit on a banjo and some guitars. I mean, just look at them. They are absolutely losing it on these things. The kid on the banjo especially. Wow. Mason Ramsey only surrounds himself with other child prodigies. He just gets together with a group of buds and they just for like 10 hours straight. I guarantee it. They never say a word to each other, I bet. They just sit down and just... In the background, you just see like the sun coming up and going down, the moon coming up and going down over and over, and they're just like... Okay, look at this Instagram story. He finds a group of kids playing basketball, and he wants to join in, so look what he does. How cool is that? Mason just goes up to these kids and just goes, "Hallelujah," and they're all like, "Oh shit, it's that kid!" Can you imagine being that famous? That well known for yodeling, that you can go up to any group of people and just go, "Hallelujah," and they're like, "It's you." So he introduces himself in the coolest way, and then he absolutely kills it on the court. Hey, right here! Yeah! Is there anything he can't do? Wow, you're really just gonna do my boy Mason like that? Fouling him in cold blood, you sick fuck! I'm sorry guys, but I stand. There's no other way around it. I stand. A lot of people don't know this, but he's been releasing music. Actually, just a few days ago, he released an EP. He has a song called Famous that absolutely bops. Bops around in your head all day.
But girl, ever since I met you, I got a whole new perspective. If I'm gonna be famous for something, I wanna be famous for loving you.
I mean, sure, it's a little bit weird for an 11-year-old to be singing about being in love with someone, and sure, the song was probably written by like 20 label execs, but it does bop. I think my favorite thing, without a doubt, about Mason's singing, I mean, it is very good, but my favorite thing about his singing is that he hasn't outgrown the phase that kids have where they don't show any emotion when they sing. Like, from when kids first learn how to sing, up until maybe 11 or 12, a kid singing in front of an audience just has absolutely no expression on their face. It's just, if I'm gonna be famous for some... Even if like the most beautiful voice is coming out of their mouth, it's just, there's nothing happening here. Next time you go to like a birthday party for a 5-year-old, watch all the kids sing happy birthday. It looks like they're summoning Satan. You know what I just realized? The reason he doesn't have an expression on his face is because he's just so goddamn cool that he doesn't give a shit. There's nothing cooler than not giving a shit, and this kid just clearly doesn't care at all. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty much a prodigy and I got famous because of my beautiful voice, but honestly, I just don't care. I know this video is a little bit different than my usual stuff, but sometimes it's nice to take a break from shitty content and watch something that's truly inspiring. If you're not Greg yet and you want to join, Greg is the strongest army on the internet. Greg is what I call my fans. It's probably the coolest name for a fan base ever. So if you want to join Greg, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on my notifications and you can be Greg. Thank you, Amber Morgan, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I climb up to the top of a mountain and I yell, "I'm king of the world!" And then I actually become king of the world. But it's not as exciting as it sounds. It's actually a pretty bureaucratic job. It's a lot of sitting in an office, waiting for things to happen. It's not very fun, so stay tuned for that. Bye! What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Daddy Wanna Bang. Gross. Guys, today we're going to be talking about what I can only describe as the Bang cinematic universe. Over the past couple years, I'm sure a lot of you have been accosted by ads for this energy drink called Bang. I think it's a pretty popular energy drink. I know I've seen it at like my local Target before, and I think it's generally marketed as more of like a health-conscious energy drink. It's supposed to have like better ingredients, healthier, more natural stuff, I think. I don't know why it's called Bang. I guess you take one sip and you want to explode. You want to go bang, or you want to bang. But lately I've sort of fallen down a rabbit hole, a bang rabbit hole of sorts, and I've realized just how much bang content there is on the internet. Because before I thought it was just these sort of sponsored posts that influencers would do. They're so-called bang influencers. There's so much more than that. There's bang influencers, there's bang music, bang concerts, and it goes all the way up to the CEO of Bang himself. So today I kind of want to take you guys through it and show you what I found, because to be honest, it's a pretty different marketing strategy. They got a lot going on, and one thing's for certain, I think at the end of this video, we're all gonna be craving a sip of that bang. Okay, so let's start off with this TikTok that was on my For You page recently. It's by this dude named Antonksme. It's called She Likes to Play Games. Hashtag Bang Energy, at Bang Energy, at Bang Energy CEO.
Hey babe, can you come crack my back? You know, if you keep doing this, you're gonna get hurt eventually. Probably. Are you good? Wake up, wake up. Stop. Quit playing. Quit playing. Okay, wake up. Wake up.
Hey, why do all the comments on this TikTok say it's staged? What does that mean? There's no way this is staged. What the hell? I like that his reaction to supposedly thinking he just like broke this girl's spine is like, are you good?
Are you good? Wake up, wake up. Stop.
Stop. Cut that out. What are you doing? That's weird. Also, I like that this appears to be an advertisement for this energy drink, and the way it's being advertised is like, fuck, I think I just killed my girlfriend. Should I call 911? Or take a sip of this bang? But also, is it just me, or does this dude not even take a sip of the bang? It kind of looks like he doesn't like how bang tastes, because he's just kind of like, yep, that's enough for me. I think that's enough bang for me today. He's like, look, they're paying me to tag them and show the bang in the video, but they're not paying me enough to taste this shit. No. Plus, then I wouldn't have any to pour all over my girlfriend's corpse, which is what I'm going to do next.
Are you good? Dad's dream was always to have a huge TV, and I ended up breaking our old TV to surprise him with the one he wanted. Hey Dad, I have a surprise for you right over here.
Wait, okay, hold on. What? I feel like we just skipped over a lot of exposition. We're just gonna whiz past all that? Hey guys, I just broke my dad's TV with a crowbar. Don't ask why, it's not important. Also, at the beginning, he said his dad's dream was always to own a big TV, but like, their TV was already big. He's already got a pretty big TV. It's almost like this dude is just admitting to breaking something that really means a lot to his dad. He's like, my dad spent years saving up for this really nice big TV. So in this video, I'm gonna chug a Bang energy drink, smash that shit with a crowbar, and then buy him a new one with money that I made in a day. Cause I'm an influencer, and I'm way richer than my dumbass dad.
It's a gift from me? Yep, it's for you. Oh, don't scare me. It's a big TV? Yep.
At least they made it realistic that he guesses it's a TV before he opens it, because like obviously it is. If your influencer son breaks your TV with a crowbar and then shows you a TV shaped box, I think it's pretty safe to assume that there's gonna be a TV in there. Also, I like that they're just not acknowledging this can of Bang that's sitting on the box with the TV. The dad's doing a very good job of playing along with his son's brand deal. He even like peels the wrapping paper around the Bang so as not to disturb the Bang.
Are you happy, Dad? I'm very happy.
Well, that was a nice heartwarming video, I suppose, but I do feel like both of these Bang Energy ads didn't have anything to do with Bang Energy. Come to think of it, I don't think they've said anything about the Bang Energy drinks, like what it is or what it does. But that's okay, you know, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Let's watch a couple other videos about Bang Energy from other influencers, Bangfluencers, and see if we can get any more answers. Okay, there's this one by this dude named A. Patrick called I Can't Believe He Actually Drank It. Again, at Bang Energy, at bangenergy.ceo, hashtag Bang Energy. So in this one, which is also definitely not staged, this dude Patrick is doing push-ups outside on a hot summer's day in a sweatshirt and jeans, which seems like a weird combination at first, but the jeans are ripped, so at least there's some ventilation. Then his friend comes along and sees this can of Bang sitting next to Patrick, and he takes a sip of it, because we all know you can't resist a Bang. But then Patrick gets up and wrings his sweat towel into his can of Bang, and his friend is like, oh, gross! You were pouring your sweat in that can? You know how when you work out and you got your sweaty sweat towel, you wring it into the tiny opening of a soda can? You know how that's a normal thing to do? Even though there's like a pool right next to you, or you could just wring it out onto the floor, you wring it out into a little can. That way later when you're thirsty, you can drink it back to get all that water you lost. So wait, what kind of ad for an energy drink is this? Because when the friend drinks the Bang, he's not like disgusted by the taste. He sort of just nods like, yep, that's what Bang tastes like, yummy. And then only when he realizes that it's his friend's sweat, he gets grossed out. So does Bang just always taste like sweat? Maybe he's like, oh, gross, my friend's sweat. I only like Bang, which is made out of sweat, but not his sweat. It's the CEO's sweat. That shit's good. Also, is that guy's feed okay? A lot of you are probably familiar with Q Park. He's a massively popular creator, and apparently he's a Bang influencer as well. Because I clicked on the hashtag Bang Energy on TikTok so I could watch all of the Bang related content. And this TikTok by him is at the very top of the Bang Energy hashtag.
Go, Daddy, go. We got to get out. Go, Daddy, go. Now pass it to my bro, let's go.
If you had to guess how many likes that TikTok has based on what you just saw, what would you say? Take a second to think about it and then write it down on a piece of paper. And then take that piece of paper and crumple it up and stick it up your butt. Because this video has 18 million likes. I think this might be the most liked TikTok I've ever seen. I'm not even exaggerating. I don't think I've ever seen a TikTok with more than 10 million likes, let alone 18 million for Go Daddy Go. Is this all you have to do to have like the most liked video ever? Just like take a can of Bang to the streets and hump? I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the video. But that's just because it's so funny how loud he is when he sings. And how he dances. Hey guys, can we get this video to 18 million likes, please? I don't know how to do the thing with my butt, but just I think it's good enough. Just like the video. So after watching these ads, there's a couple things that strike me as pretty odd, even for such a revolutionary product like Bang. First off, we can all agree that these are almost definitely ads, right? These are, I mean, the people aren't just like posting these because they love Bang. They're definitely sponsored and being paid by Bang to post these. Because in every one, they like make sure to prominently display the Bang can, they tag Bang, they tag the CEO of Bang. But the weird thing is they don't ever say what Bang is. Like there's no talking points for that brand deal. Like every time I have a brand deal, there are very specific things I have to say about the product because the company wants people to like know and learn about what I'm advertising for them. But in all the TikToks you just watched, they never even so much as say the word Bang. In fact, they kind of don't ever even acknowledge the Bang. They're just like holding it close to the camera but not saying anything about it and just kind of being like, it's kind of bizarre. I feel like there must be something weird going on behind the scenes or something. What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be pulling an epic prank on my friend. I'm gonna be peeing in this delicious can of Bang. No! Oh, yeah. This delicious can of... Thank you. Dude, I don't understand. If we're doing an ad, why can't we just say Bang? Hey! What are you trying to get us both killed? Let's just get this over with, alright? Just pee in the can, and then I drink it. Nobody's gotta say the B word. Oh, come on, dude. What, you think we're gonna get killed for saying Bang? What? No, no, no! You fool! Look what you've done! Oh, no! What? They've got snipers on the hill.
We got visuals on the target, over.
It's too late now. We're sitting ducks.
Alright, kill him.
And that's how it all ended. There was nothing I could have done. But at least when it was all over, I went out with a bang. Whoa, wait, what are you guys doing in the studio?
You said it again, motherfucker.
No! What you said? For legal reasons, all that was a joke. And and this whole video is a joke. Also, it's kind of weird that they tag the CEO of the company in every sponsored post too, isn't it? I'm just imagining like doing a video for HelloFresh and them being like, hey, so we actually don't want you to talk about the product this time. We just want you to talk about our CEO. Can you just like tag him and hype him up a little bit? Oh, also, a lot of these might be illegal, because even though they're very clearly sponsored posts, they don't disclose anywhere that they're an ad. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know the Constitution. And I also, you know, have no way of knowing the kind of deal that these people have worked out with Bang. But just speaking from, like, what lawyers have told me, it is against FCC guidelines to post an ad without, like, the hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored or disclosing that the video is an ad in any way. So unless they're exploiting some like legal loophole that I don't know about, or they have some like really weird deal worked out with Bang where they don't pay them and they just send them energy drinks, then it seems kind of sus to me. Hold up everybody, because you know what time it is? It's time for a Bang taste test. I've already finished filming this video, but I got kind of curious about what they actually taste like, so I went and got one, and so I can do a little taste test, because I'm sure you guys are probably curious too, right? You probably want to know what Bang tastes like. So they had a bunch of different flavors. They had like a peach flavor, birthday cake flavor. They had a ton of different flavors, and all were pretty descriptive, except for this one, which is called Radical Skedaddle. what is it called? Yeah, Radical Skedaddle. So I got this one because I thought it had the best name, and because I want to know what Radical Skedaddle is supposed to taste like. So up top it says Super Creatine, Ultra COQ10 EAA Aminos. I don't know what any of that shit means. All right, well, bottoms up. Bangs up. Oh, wow. You know what? That's actually surprisingly good. Holy shit. It's kind of good. It does kind of have that, like, energy drink flavor that you get from, like, a Monster's Energy or a Red Bull or something. So if you're not into that, you probably wouldn't like it. But I'm surprised. I thought it was going to taste like shit. But it's actually kind of good. So I feel kind of stupid now. Okay, update time. It's been maybe 20 minutes, and I've been sitting here editing this video, and I've sipped maybe like a quarter of the can. I've sipped probably about that much. And I feel like I'm on a different planet. I don't know how much caffeine is in this thing, but I feel like I'm like shaking. I feel like I have to go run 10 miles right now. I think my hand is actually shaking while I'm recording this video. I'm on like a different plane of existence right now. It tastes pretty good, so I don't want to stop drinking it, but I also... Alright, well that's the end of the taste review. I am kind of running on an empty stomach right now, so maybe that caffeine is just like going straight into my veins. But anyway, that's the review. Tastes decent, transporting me to another dimension. 5 out of 10. Now let's take one step further down the rabbit hole. We've examined the surface of this whole scheme, the Bang influencers, the maybe illegally advertising Bang influencers. Let's take one step further down to Bang Energy's CEO. You've seen him tagged in all these posts. You're probably wondering what he's like. Why is he involved in this equation at all? So I went through his Instagram. A lot of his content is pretty mundane stuff. He's got like health and fitness related content where he's giving advice on like what supplements to take and why Bang Energy is so healthy because of all the ingredients it has in it. He's got pictures of him and his family where they're all dressed normal and he's dressed how I wish I could dress in middle school. Like this picture from Christmas morning, they're all wearing like nice Christmas pajamas, and he's wearing a backwards Bang hat, a Bang Christmas shirt, this gold chain which actually has a giant ass Bang emblem on it, and these absolutely sick Bang sneakers. This dude is dripping with Bang, and I mean that metaphorically. He's not actually dripping with the energy drink, although it wouldn't surprise me if he also bathed in Bang. Oh, there's also all these videos of like what, I'm really not sure what they are, but they seem like just Bang concerts, where there's like a ton of people in the crowd. The CEO of Bang is up on stage, of course, with that big chain, that big Bang chain. There's dancers up there dancing in Bang uniforms. They're like shooting money into the crowd and they're blasting this music that's talking about Bang. I got that Bang you want, Bang you want, give it to ya. So I don't know what's going on with that. I guess that, I don't know, Bang has this like really loyal cult following that goes to all these Bang raves. The people in the crowds in these videos look like they're having the time of their lives. There's also all these cool videos of the Bang CEO shirtless working out. Yeah! These are my favorite ones.
If you ain't training, you ain't gaining. If you ain't banging, you ain't hanging.
Isn't that a Nicki Minaj lyric? If you ain't banging, we ain't hanging? Or it's, if we hangin', we bangin', foam fanger, he slangin', it ain't karaoke night, but get the mic, cause I'm sangin'. There's something weird about the energy in this video. The vibe is all off. This doesn't just seem like a regular workout video. I feel like the caption should be like, POV, I kidnapped you and you're watching me work out. Where am I?
If you ain't training, you ain't gaining.
Who are you?
If you ain't banging, you ain't hanging.
Oh shit. Is this because I said bang in my TikTok? Yeah. Look man, it was a mistake, okay? I promise. Come on man, let me go, please. I swear, I won't do it anymore. I promise. That's one of his favorite moves at the end of a video. He'll be doing something pretty mundane like working out or like cracking open a can of Bang, and then he'll just go up to the camera and punch it. And it seems like pretty hard. Camera guy's just like, stop fucking punching my camera, dude. I've had to buy like 15 cameras this month because you keep punching the lens. Come on, man. I pay you enough to buy a few extra cameras. Quit complaining. You've never paid me money. You pay me in cans of Bang. Hey, man, if you ain't banging, then we ain't hanging. You gotta stop saying that, dude. It's really creepy. I know it's the name of your drink, but it just sounds wrong. Huh. I never thought about that. I guess that is the name of my drink.
Friends, family, fans, and followers, this is how we make Bang.
Ooh, an exclusive Bang factory tour. Maybe we'll get to find out some inside secrets on how they make Bang. Okay, some machines with cans, very cool. Oh, cool, they go through a flashing light, and then some go in a bucket. Cool, so that's good to know. When you drink Bang, you know that this has been in a flashing light, and maybe in a bucket also. So that's some really helpful information. What? I can't hear you. There's a lot of factory noise, and also you're still playing music over this part. I'm starting to think that even he doesn't know how they make Bang. He's not explaining anything. There's nothing going on this tour. They're just showing like really complicated machinery, and then it pans over and he's sort of just like, yeah, it's doing the thing, it's making Bang. Damn, well, I still have no clue how they make Bang, but one thing's for sure, it looks fun. They go through a little rave and then a corkscrew, like a roller coaster. That's probably how they get it to taste so good. Those kids are having fun. So I'm not sure if you've noticed in any of these videos, but one of my favorite things about all of these videos on this dude's Instagram is that they have like custom Bang music. And by custom Bang music, I mean like pretty generic sounding house music or like rave music, but with some guy just saying like Bang over it.
Gotta keep that bang, cause it gets me turned up. Bang, bang, gotta keep that bang. You know what time it is?
I know what time it is.
Let's go. Bang.
It's Bang time! This ad for their key lime pie flavor has a really good one too. Why does it sound like he's like whispering into the microphone, like he doesn't want to be caught making the song? Bang. Bang. Sweetie, what are you doing in there?
I swear I love it. I swear I love Bang.
Are you talking about Bang again? And fun fact, I actually looked it up, and Bang Energy is an artist on Spotify, and they've got like a few albums of music that's just like party music that talks about Bang. One thing that I think is really funny is their top 3 songs are called Let It Bang, Let the Beat Bang, and Let the Beat Go Bang. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this dive into the Bang cinematic universe. Now it's time to talk about our sponsor, HelloFresh. This video has been sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. No matter what's going on in the world, whether there's a pandemic or not, everybody gotta eat. That's my catchphrase, I say that all the time. Everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat. But in order to eat, a lot of times you gotta cook, or you gotta go out and drive somewhere and get something to eat. And both of those things, to me, usually aren't very fun. But HelloFresh takes a lot of the stress and the prepping out of cooking and actually makes it a pretty enjoyable experience, which is why I love HelloFresh. HelloFresh recipes are delicious. They have a huge variety of recipes, so you get something new every week. Plus they have low-calorie recipes, carb-smart recipes, vegetarian recipes, and even pescatarian recipes, so there should be something for everyone. Like I said, they take a lot of the stress out of prepping and cooking your meals, so you can get dinner on the table in as little as 30 minutes, sometimes even 20 with some of their quick and easy options. Another reason I really like them is because it's a pretty sustainable option. Since they pre-portion all the food they send you, that means less prep time, but also less food waste. And HelloFresh's carbon footprint is actually 25% less than store-bought grocery meals. It's super flexible. You can easily add meals, you can add lunches, you can add extras, easily change your delivery days or food preferences. And if that wasn't reason enough to love them, they donated over 2.5 million meals to charity in 2019, and this year they're stepping up their food donation game amid the COVID crisis. So if you want to check them out, then go to HelloFresh.com and use my code 10TrulyGreg to get 10 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com and code 10TrulyGreg to get 10 free meals plus free shipping. That sounds like a great deal to me. We've used HelloFresh quite a bit during this pandemic, which is why I'm really happy to have them as a sponsor. So thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and since this will be the last video of the year, I hope you enjoyed this year of videos. If you enjoyed the video and you're not subscribed yet, consider subscribing and turning on my notifications to join Greg. The second you subscribe and turn on my notifications, you are legally Greg. Not only does your name legally change to Greg, but your lifestyle also changes to Greg. All right, well, since it's the last video of the year, I'll see you guys next year. Or will I? Bye! This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Yeah, over now. So why are you still watching this? Hello everyone and welcome back to the second channel. Boy, do we have a treat for you today. Robert has scoured the web to find some of the strangest, and creepiest old commercials featuring people who are probably dead now. Starting with this one for Ostex beef stew, which according to the comments feels like a horror movie, and everyone is on edge in this entire commercial. So I'm very excited to see how a beef stew commercial can be so tense.
Real good stew. The stew. It's good.
Oh, it's just, well, actually, it's...
Sure has got a lot of beef in it. It's got a lot of beef.
Dude, her mind is elsewhere. I can see why people think that this feels like a horror movie. The vibe I'm getting is that this woman just murdered someone. She murdered someone and put them in the stew. So when he's like, it's a good stew, I said good stew, she's over there just replaying the image in her mind. They're gonna find me out. They're gonna find out there's people in the stew.
The stew. It's good.
Oh.
Maybe we could have it a little more often.
Sure.
You know what?
What?
She's like, oh no, he found me out. She pulls out a gun behind her back. What?
I even like the carrots.
Oh, he just likes the carrots. Phew. So he doesn't know I murdered that boy. I guess I don't know when this commercial is from. 1966. I guess that's before they invented music or acting or charisma. The way he says he likes the carrots is devoid of any emotion.
I even like the carrots.
I even like the carrots.
Go ahead if you want to. Hide the can and take the credit for Ostex beef stew.
Beef stew with a glass of milk is diabolical. Dude, I was so focused on the eerie ambiance in the air, I didn't even notice he was drinking milk with this beef stew. That's really a 1-2 punch to the cows, you know? There's also something about just the silence and that sort of analog humming sound that's going on in the entire commercial.
More?
Yeah.
This feels like a hostage situation. Yeah, I would agree with that. That was a reverend that commented that. Reverend, what are you doing on TikTok making fun of commercials? Yeah, this feels like a hostage situation. I'm actually not sure who is holding who hostage. It might be the director. I have a feeling that the director is holding a camera and a gun. My other theory is that there are drugs in the beef stew. That's what makes the Ostex beef stew so good. It totally zoots you. This dude is on Molly right now. Best stew I've ever had. Okay, this is another commercial for something called the 6-finger shooter, I believe. Let's check it out.
1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6. 6! Surprise!
Alright, this is terrifying too, man. 6! Surprise! It's a gun! This is actually the gun the director was using in the previous commercial. You know what? I was surprised. I was not expecting the finger to be a gun. I thought it was just a fun prop finger. Surprise! You're dead.
It looks like a finger, but watch him flip. It's a secret weapon at your fingertip.
Alright, yeah, I guess it's a pretty fun looking toy. You can sneak up on your friends with your little dart shooter because they'll think, oh, he's not holding a gun, he's just some kind of freak with 6 fingers. What did the boy flipping have to do with it? He said it looks like a finger, but watch him flip. It's a gun. Look over at him flipping, now look back at me. You're about to die. The kid flipping was some kind of diversion to take your mind off of my 6th finger while I load it.
6 fingers sends an SOS missile to your friends.
6 fingers, 6 fingers, 6 fingers!
Fires cap-loaded bombs and they explode as a ballpoint pen.
Wait, why did he get so scary? The kids chanted, 6 fingers, 6 fingers, 6 finger, and then they summoned the scary narrator.
That's right, children. It shoots bombs.
And it looks like a finger, and how will they know?
6 fingers, 6 fingers, 6 fingers!
Here's how to get it on the card right there. Less than $2 everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like the way he's talking to me now. I like the first guy, the one who wanted me to watch the kid flip. Watch him flip, and
now that I've got you right where I want you, shoot your friends. Come on, they won't see it coming.
There's a ballpoint pen and signals in code. Looks like a finger so no one can see.
It does seem like it does a lot of things that don't necessarily add anything to the experience. The real fun is that it shoots missiles. Your friends don't see it coming because they think you just have a finger pointed at them and then you shoot something at them. I don't really know what good it is that it's a pen. I don't know a circumstance where I would need to write something, but I'm scared of anyone knowing I have a pen. A circumstance where it would look more normal for me to be writing with my fingertip than a ballpoint pen. I wonder if you can still get one of these bad boys. Oh wow, here it is in color. It looks totally like his finger. He's just got one tan totally discolored fingers. Is there any videos of modern people trying this out?
And we're gonna test out each one of these little, at least check them out. I don't think the ballpoint pen will work. Maybe I'll send you an SOS message.
Nice.
What is going on here? Why is the dog talking?
I'm excited, LPS Dave. This is like when you get a big haircut or something like that. We're really going all out.
Well, you know.
Dude, I don't know what this channel is, but I like this. All right, let's see him shoot it.
Be careful.
Here we go.
Whoa! Okay.
That shot hard. The toy dog scrammed out of there. He was like, no, fuck this. Yeah, that was definitely more powerful than any of them expected. Definitely makes that hardened criminal sounding narrator all that more creepy. Well, anyway, that was a weird detour, but I really like that channel. I'm gonna have to come back and watch that channel later. I like the talking dog. Okay, I have more scary commercials to get to, but first, I have a scary ad of my own to make. SeatGeek is sponsoring this video. Summer is officially here, gang, and you know what sounds pretty good to me this summer? Getting out of the house, going to some events, making memories that are gonna last. In summers past, I've used SeatGeek to go to concerts like The Weeknd, but this summer I'm particularly excited to go to some Cubs game, and I'm actually doing that today. I'm using SeatGeek this afternoon to go see the Cubs play the Giants. I care so much more about sports when I'm watching them in person. It's just a great excuse to go out, get some sun, see other people, feel like you live in a society of other human beings. And that is why I'm very excited to tell you about my special hookup with SeatGeek. Everybody watching this video can use my code DANNY10 to get 10% off any tickets on SeatGeek. Whether you're a new customer or a seasoned professional, whether you're going to sports, concerts, any other live events, you can get 10% off by using my code DANNY10. If sports aren't your thing, getting tickets to concerts is also super convenient on SeatGeek. And there's so many artists touring right now, Billie Eilish, Hozier, Noah Kahan. So let's get out there and have some fun this year, gang. Get some friends together, get some tickets, use my code DANNY10. No matter how many times you've bought tickets before on SeatGeek, DANNY10 is gonna get you 10% off your next order. The code is only available for a limited time, so if there's someone you wanna go see, a team you're rooting for, go ahead, download the app, use my code DANNY10, and have some fun. So thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out SeatGeek. And now back to the video. Okay, I've actually seen this commercial before, and it is definitely one of my favorite commercials of all time. It's from 1999, and it's about this, like, gaming chair.
The Video Gear Command Center. Check it out.
What is it?
10% plastic, 9% attitude. Why you started gaming in the first place. No distractions, just you and the game.
Okay. So, yes, the robot voice is very creepy, like, does not need to be that scary.
What is it? Is it a chair?
Also, I love that he says no distractions.
No distractions, just you and the game.
As the chair is, like, rocking back and forth, jostling the kid around. No distractions, man, just me, locked into the game. And it's why we started gaming in the first place, to sit on a little seesaw chair. Yeah, man, all of that Halo and Super Mario Brothers was just an excuse to get my butt on a little rocking chair. All right, well, let's watch this robot voice try to gather more data on this chair.
Is it a chair?
No, that's a chair.
It's not a chair? Yes, it is. I don't like these kids' attitude. She makes it sound like the robot's an idiot for asking. No, you idiot. That's a chair, all right? This is a command center.
Tons of cool stuff.
Wow, look at all that cool stuff. You got the junction of the headrest to the rest of the chair. You have the side of the chair. Gosh, you've even got the bottom of the chair. After watching this whole commercial, I don't even know if this does anything aside from just rock. Like, I don't know if it has electronics built into it or anything. Speakers to immerse yourself in the game more. I actually think it might just be a plastic rocking chair, which makes pointing to all the cool things on the chair make no sense. Plastic over here and over there. Wicked cool. And don't ask any questions or we're gonna hurt you.
Now you're in the game. Straight rock and roll.
Who needs it?
Who cares?
If I have to tell you, you don't belong here. It's cool.
Why are they so mean, dude? I'm on the robot voice's side. He's just earnestly asking questions about the product that you guys are advertising, and you're like, who cares, man? Just sit in it. This is peer pressure like I've never seen before in a commercial.
The Video Gear Command Set. It's the ultimate video game accessory for serious gamers.
Yeah, that commercial did not make me feel so good, man. That poor robot just wanted to know about the chair.
Who cares?
Okay, next up, we have a Smokey Bear ad. So I'm presuming this one is to prevent forest fires. Let's see how they do that.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
I actually don't know if I listened to the ad as it stands currently. I was trying to figure out why she was talking to me like that. Was that supposed to be like seductive? I guess that's the implication. He's like, look, I'm not a hot lady, I'm actually a talking bear. But you wouldn't have listened to something so normal as a talking bear. And it's like, no, I would have listened to the talking bear. You're actually a very scary looking little Muppet thing. I definitely want to know what you have to say. I don't think she really nailed the seductive tone, honestly. I felt threatened.
Forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire.
Yeah, I feel like she's actually the one starting the forest fires. I also don't know who that commercial's targeted to, I guess. I feel like anyone that was legitimately turned on by that lady probably was not listening to what she was saying. They were just like, hot woman in threatening tone. I love it. And then she took off her face and she was a bear and they were like, ah! All right, I guess I'll do what the commercial says. I won't start any forest fires this year. You win this time, Smokey. 1966 Mattel Baby Secret Doll commercial.
Can you keep a secret? Then listen to Mattel's new Baby Secret. She whispers just to you, and her lips really move when she talks. It's almost unbelievable.
I want to taste the flesh of humans. You know, it's funny the things adults think are scary and kids apparently don't. Like a creepy little doll that whispers to you in the middle of the night definitely seems like something that would be straight out of a horror movie, but maybe I only think that because I've seen horror movies. When you're a little kid, you don't know that that type of stuff can even be scary. You just think like, oh, it's a doll with secrets. That's not dark at all. That's just cool. He wants to tell me his secrets.
And she looks so real, the way her lips move like yours.
Yeah, that's not how my lips move, actually. My lips move depending on the sounds that my mouth is making. Her lips move like this. She can even pose the way you want, but then when you wake up in the middle of the night, she'll be in a completely different position that she wants. And she'll say things like, kill them. Kill them all. Do it for me.
Get Mattel's soft and wonderful new Baby Secret, so you can have fun keeping secrets together.
Oh, so you get to tell her your secrets too. I guess that's cool. As a little boy, man, I had so many secrets and I just wish I had a doll I could whisper them to. It would suck if the doll could actually process what you were telling it and then it started gossiping about you to other people. You catch your brother in the middle of the night with the doll up to his ear and it's like, Danny picks his nose. No! Baby Secret! You liar! Baby Secret, I thought I could trust you. I just feel like that product was designed in order for, in a few years, a horror movie to be made based off of that doll. Anyway, now we've got a Duracell talkative relative slipped other battery commercial, 1994. I'm having trouble understanding that sentence. I guess I just gotta watch it to figure out what this is.
So, is everybody using Duracell batteries?
No kidding. The second I heard they had a battery that outlasts all other brands, I bought the family a whole case.
Reminds me of the first time we tried Duracell batteries. We were living in Tulsa with your great Aunt Emma. We shared a one-room apartment.
Herb, did you slip her one of those other batteries?
Me?
The copper top. Tops them all.
This is like if the Baby Secret doll grew up and started a family. And you better believe he's still got secrets. Yeah, also, I think they just killed that lady. They swapped her battery out with a dead battery. Uh-oh, Aunt Lenore's getting a little bit annoying. How about we remove that which gives her life? You even hear like a fly flying around right after she keels over. The fly immediately recognizes, oh, a dead person, time to start buzzing around her. Okay, so at first we had Baby Secret, now there's a product called Baby Laugh-A-Lot. Okay.
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh-A-Lot.
I'm really worried about what this laugh is gonna sound like. Okay, it's not as scary as I thought it was gonna be, but the slow zoom into her face as she does it, and everyone being like, does add a certain scary factor to it.
You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle.
Oh my god, dude, her face is creepy. Look at that smile. You know how you laugh? Alright guys, go ahead and leave in the comments below which baby doll would you least like to see at the foot of your bed in the middle of the night. Baby Laughs a Lot or Baby Secret? Baby Secret just wants to tell you something. And sure, it might be dark, but Baby Laughs a Lot. She knows something that's deeply funny to her, and she's not gonna tell you what it is. All she does is laugh. And I don't know what's more scary. Okay, Sprite Sun Fizz 90s commercial.
Mom, we're thirsty.
Well, I've got 2 glasses of Sun Fizz coming right up.
Sun Fizz, that's our favorite.
That's because there's a delicious ray of sunshine in every drop. Come on, guys.
Wait, what is this? Is this a real commercial? That's so funny. I actually like this one.
Come on, guys.
I'm filled with nature's goodness. Hey, what's with you people? I've got vitamins and minerals.
I think that was a real commercial. That was good, dude. I don't even know what Sprite Sun Fizz is, but I want to drink that now. We need more terrifying commercials. Intentionally terrifying commercials. The top comment is, the creepiest thing is the son never denies their fear. He just keeps on chasing. You don't know if he's evil or not. He just yells how great Sun Fizz is. Yeah, what's he gonna do when he catches them? Is he gonna hurt them, or is he just gonna continue to elaborate on the great features of Sun Fizz? Okay, so I found a wiki page. I don't know if there's some kind of fandom for this guy, but if there's not, let me be the first to start one. The common theme of the campaign was parodying advertising tactics and gimmicks often used by competitors, where a cartoony mascot jumps off the packaging talking about the stuff in the drink. The commercial was directed by Spike Jonze. So I guess it was a real commercial. Well, I gotta commend them. I think that was creepy intentionally, and so I rock with it. All the other commercials did not seem intentionally creepy. They just were deeply tense and unnerving. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the second channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.